ó yá tálára bá ti ń gbọ́ kó sọ fàjẹrò tájẹrò bá ti ń gbọ́ kó tàtà pọ̀ ẹ̀sọ́ tí ọwọ́ àràǹgún àga bọ́rọ̀ tó gbòde ti gbẹ̀rẹ̀gẹ̀jigẹ̀ lórí afẹ́fẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tó gbòde níbi tẹ́tí máa pàdé bá mẹ́tò kọ́láwọlé Idris Sule tòun tàlájà Àbíkẹ́ Akín pẹ̀lú àti balógun Òdúnifá Adébáyọ̀ pẹ̀lú pásítọ̀ Amos Ọlátújà àti Tajudeen Tìjání Àlàbí Ajámájẹ̀bi ní gbogbo ọjọ́ ìṣẹ́gun tí a mọ̀ sí Tuesday láago 4 ọ̀sán ní USA Eastern Time tó jẹ́ agogo 9 àṣálẹ́ ní UK Time àti agogo orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá tí a ọ̀rọ̀ tó gbòde tọmọdé tàgbà ló láǹfààní àti wètò yìí nítorí pé ó kún fọ́gbọ́n tó ń tòye tá a nílò lásìkò yìí gan ọ̀rọ̀ tó gbòde lórí ètò yìí bákan náà lẹ́ ó ti láǹfààní àti máa gbọ́ òkodoro ọ̀rọ̀ ohun tó ń lọ lágbàáyé ohun tó ń lọ nílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà àti ní orílẹ̀-èdè gbogbo láì fi ipò mọ́yọ̀ rárá fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé síwájú sí i tàbí tẹ́ ẹ bá ní àwọn ìbéèrè àti àmọ̀ràn kankan ẹ lè pe atọ́kùn ètò sórí +1 203 685 2961 tàbí kẹ́kàn sí +44 793 972 6080 bákan náà ní ẹ lè pe +234 706 787 2785 ọ̀rọ̀ tó gbòde a ò ní wá mìtì nínú olóríire àmín. Ìkéde ń dé sí ti gbé látọwọ́ ìgbìmọ̀ tó wà fún ìpolongo àpapọ̀ ẹ̀sìn ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tá a mọ̀ sí Yorùbá Nation Multi-Faith.
Okay. Mo kí gbogbo wa pé a kú ìkàlẹ̀ o, a tún kú ọjọ́ míì, ìjẹ́jọ́ la dágbére, ọjọ́ míì náà tún ti pé báyìí a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run pé ó tún jẹ́ kí a pàdé láyọ̀. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ètò wa, ẹ̀yin tí ẹ wà ní YouTube, ẹ máa bá share, ẹ máa bá pín ètò yìí, ẹ máa bá love ẹ, ẹ máa bá like ẹ. Ẹ̀yin tí ẹ dẹ̀ wà ní Zoom náà, gbogbo wa náà ni a jọ wà lẹ́nu ẹ má bínú pé a pẹ́ díẹ̀ kí a tó bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ó jẹ́ orí bó ṣe rí náà nìyẹn. Ẹ wá nǹkan fìdílé nǹkan. Àwọn bàbá wa, àwọn àlejò wa, àwọn ẹni pàtàkì, ìyá Àbíkẹ́ wọn bá introduce wọn better than me. Wọ́n ti wà ń jòkó yìí fáwọn ganan kọ́ dé tán tún pè wá pé ṣé kò sí program mọ́ ni. Bó ṣe rí ló ṣe rí ẹ má bínú sí wa o. Bó ṣe lé nínú ẹ jẹ́ ká gbà bẹ́ẹ̀. Ọlọ́run wà pẹ̀lú wa. Ẹ já farabalẹ̀, a gbádùn ètò yìí lágbára Ọlọ́run torí ó ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú bí àwọn bàbá wa ṣe ń ṣètò láyé ìjọ́un láyé àwòtá ní Western region, Eastern region, whatever. So regionalism, the impact on it. So ìyẹn ni a wà fún lẹ́nìí. Àwọn bàbá àwọn aṣẹ́nà èèyàn náà fún wa dáadáa. Kí ẹja wá nǹkan fìdílé o, ká fìdílé nǹkan ká lè gbádùn ètò náà. Èmi ni Kọ́láwọlé Idris Sule. I live in Connecticut in the US. So I'm a retiree. I really get little time for all these things. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Mo pass the baton sí ọ̀dọ̀ ìyá Àbíkẹ́ kí àwọn náà kan ṣe introduction ara wọn. Ẹ ṣé.
Ẹ ṣé bàbá wa tó ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa a kí yín kú dédé àsìkò yìí whatever be the time bí ta bá wà a kú dédé wòyí a kú wòyí ìjẹjọ tó a ti dé bá ṣe ń dèrè náà ní ọ̀sọ̀ọ̀sẹ̀ ní ọjọ́ ìṣẹ́gun ní dédé agogo 9 ti ilẹ̀ UK àti ti ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Bá wa pa àwọn èèyàn sọ́kọ̀ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ní orí ètò wa ti àṣálẹ́ ìtorí àwọn wa ìjà ńlá ni ó gbé ní ọ̀tẹ̀ yìí. Àwọn bàbá wa ẹ ṣeun tí a pè yín tí ẹ jẹ́ wa kódà wọ́n tẹ̀kọ́ sọ gan wípé bàbá yẹn wọ́n máa ní gbàgbọ́ wọ́n bízì wọ́n máa ṣe so wọ́n ṣe dá wa lóhùn báyìí inú wa dùn àmọ́ lóore gan ni ẹ ṣeun gan tí ẹ jẹ́ wa Olódùmarè yóò máa jẹ́ yìí náà ìtẹ́ ń ṣe lọ́wọ́ yẹn lọ́wọ́ á jẹ́ kẹ́ ilé àṣeyọrí níbẹ̀ a kò ní ṣe àṣetì. Ẹ ṣé tó ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa ẹ bá wa tẹ like ẹ bá wa tẹ love ẹ bá wa tẹ share button kẹ́ bá wa subscribe bá wa gbórí wọlé ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ tó ní pẹrẹ orí ààrẹ ọjọ́ mú solókùn orú ti pẹ́ wa díẹ̀ gbà tó ń fẹ́ tún pẹ́ jù báyìí náà lọ. Ẹ ṣé gan lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀. Orúkọ tèmi ni Alájà Àbíkẹ́ Akín pẹ̀lú mo fi kalẹ̀ sí ìlú ọba United Kingdom. Wà ní ẹ̀kan sí pé a kò dédé wò yìí. Ẹ ṣé gan lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀. Mo fà sí ọ̀dọ̀ bàbá wa Ọlátújà kí n tó gbé àlejò wa wọlé. Ẹ ṣeun bàbá. Over to you, sir.
Ẹ ṣé ọmọ mo kí wa pé ẹ káàsán ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ ẹ káalẹ́ níbi gbogbo tí ẹ bá ti ń gbọ́ wa. Orúkọ tèmi ni Pastor Amos Ọlátújà. Brooklyn, New York ni mo fi ṣe ibùgbé ìjọ The Gospel Faith Mission International. Ibẹ̀ mo ti ṣe iṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ olú ìjọ wa dẹ̀ wà ní ìlú Ìbàdàn ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ní Nàìjíríà. Láì fi àkókò ṣòfò, a kí gbogbo wa káàbọ̀ sórí ètò tòní. Àtúndùn àtúnlárinrin bá ṣe máa ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀. Àwọn bàbá wa tá a dẹ̀ gbé wá lénìí, ẹja ńlá ni wọ́n láti inú odò. Tí àsìkò bá tó tán bá bẹ̀ sí sọ̀rọ̀, lẹ́yìn náà máa mọ̀ pé wọn kì í ṣe àlejò. So mo dà pé Ọlọ́run á fún wọn ní ọ̀rọ̀ sọ tó máa dáhùn gbogbo ìbéèrè wa. So lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò tí ò ní. Nígbà wa ní àkókò púpọ̀ torí wẹ́dà wa ní Amẹ́ríkà nísìnyí ó gbóná gan. So ọpẹ́lọpẹ́ AC àti fan la fi ń gbé. Olùdarí jẹ́ kó tu gbogbo wa lára o. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí akíwa káàbọ̀ sórí ètò tí ò ní. So máa fà á lé àmàmá Àbíkẹ́, wọ́n bá gbé àbàbá wa wọlé láì fi àkókò ṣòfò. Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀.
Ṣeun gan ni bàbá. tó abẹ́rẹ́ nǹkan báyìí Ọlọ́run tó fara tì onìkan náà ló mọ ètò ọ̀dọ̀ yín báyìí ẹni ó gbóná ìlú wa ní UK òjò ló rọ̀ wẹ́líwẹ́lí láti bí ọ̀sẹ̀ kan báyìí bóyá sọ́mà lẹ́wà ní bóyá wíńtà bóyá autumn kò tiẹ̀ yé wa abẹ́rẹ́ nǹkan báyìí bí tó nílẹ̀ wa náà lọ́hùn wọn ló gbóná òjò tó ń rọ̀ tó kí ọ kábíyèsí Elédùmarè ẹ ṣeun gan ni kó tó di pé bàbá wa wọlé mo fẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn wa náà àdàpọ̀ mọ́ wa lórí YouTube mo rí màmá wa Nini Ọlá ẹ ṣé wọn darapọ̀ wọn tó bá wa tẹ love wọn tó bá wa share mo rí màmá wa Tóyìn Idris ẹ ṣé gan ni bá wa pa àwọn èèyàn náà wá sí ètò lórí Zoom náà mo rí màmá wa Ọmọnìyí kú déédéé wòyí mo rí màmá wa Paget náà ẹ ṣeun adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín tó bàbá wa náà tí abúwálá àṣálẹ́ ni àwọn ni Dr. Akin Fápọ̀hùndà wọ́n iṣẹ́ takuntakun lórí iṣẹ́ ilẹ̀ ìran Yorùbá tí ìran wa tún ṣe ní parẹ́ bá ṣe fẹ́ kúrò nínú ìyà gbogbo Eleya Meya wọ́n ṣe ń fi ọdún agbọ́ wa lójú wọ́n ti ṣe takuntakun gbogbo láti rí lórí káàkiri wọ́n ti ń lọ káàkiri tó bàbá àpò èyí tẹ́ jẹ́ wa àdúpẹ́ gan ni tó àmọ́ lóore torí àti mọ̀ pé máa tètè dá wa lóhùn báyìí so lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí àdúpẹ́ gan àmọ́ lóore pé àpò yín ẹ jẹ́ wa ní kíákíá Ọlọ́run á máa jẹ́ yín náà ẹ̀mí ṣàṣetì ó wá ti alẹ́ náà ni táfẹ́ bá wa yẹ̀wò náà ni pé kí ni ipa ìjọba Eleya Meya nínú Ìjàngbara ilẹ̀ Yorùbá lórí àgbọ́ tó ń sọ restructuring àgbọ́ tó ń sọ journalism àtàwọn òyìnbó ńláńlá ẹ bá wa yànyàn díẹ̀ kó lè yé wa pé èwo gangan kí ni pẹ̀ gan lórí bá ṣe fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation wa yìí ṣé ó ṣe wá láǹfààní ṣé àǹfààní wà níbẹ̀ àbí báwo la ṣe fẹ́ kúrò nínú ìyà tó jẹ́ pé nǹkan táwa ń ṣe nísàlẹ̀ àwọn ará òkè ọya wọn là ń fi sìn àwọn wá sọ wá di ẹrú nílùú bàbá wa àwọn ọmọ aládé àwọn ọmọ aláṣọ tá à ń dọ́gbọ́n wo àkísà àní wà àkísà o ẹ ṣeun gan bá akínyín lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹ káàbọ̀ sí orí ètò wa ti alẹ́ mo fi ti tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ tìbàdàn ti gbogbo ilẹ̀ wa nílẹ̀ Yorùbá mo fi pè yín wọlé sí orí ètò wa ti àṣálẹ́ ẹ káàbọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí bàbá wa ẹ ṣé gan ni mo dúpẹ́ welcome sir ẹ ṣé.
ẹ ṣé púpọ̀ mo kí gbogbo ìjókòó àfògo fún Ọlọ́run ọba tí ó jẹ́ kí ètò tèmi wáyé wọn mọ̀ pé tí a bá ń ṣe irú ìpàdé báyìí àwọn yẹn máa sọ pé jẹ́ ká sọ Yorùbá jẹ́ ká sọ Yorùbá jẹ́ ká sọ Yorùbá a gbọ́dọ̀ sọ nígbó èmi ò rò pé ó tọ̀nà torí tá a bá mọ̀ pé a fẹ́ gbọ́ èdè Yorùbá tá a fẹ́ gbọ́ èdè sọ èdè Yorùbá gan ni pàtàkì. The Yoruba leaders now, àwọn gan ló kó wa lẹ́rú. Àwọn ló gbé wa lé àwọn Igbo, Hausa, Fulani lọ́wọ́. Mo mọ̀ pé àwa tá bá ti jẹ́ wọ́n ti bí wa ní before 1960. A mọ̀ pé ní 1962 NNDP àti NNPC wọ́n ní coalition 1962. Yorùbá àti àwọn Fúlàní wọ́n pàdé àpòpọ̀. Àtìgbà yẹn ní Yorùbá ti pín sí méjì. Nígbà tí Action Group ṣe convention ní Jos, àwọn kan ní ká bájọba Balewa ṣe, ká bájọ Fúlàní ṣe, àwọn kan ní a gbọ́dọ̀ bá wọn ṣe. Àwọn Akínlóye, Thomas Benson, Adínrògún Sànyà, àwọn bẹ́yẹn wọ́n sọ pé a gbọ́dọ̀ bá àwọn Haúsá ṣe jàre, a lè dá dúró. Àwọn Awólọ́wọ̀ sọ pé no, pé ó bẹ́tà ká dá dúró. Nǹkan tó dàjà gan-an nìyẹn. Láti ìgbà yẹn ní Yorùbá ti pín sí méjì. Àwọn kan wọ́n join MPN, wọ́n join PDP, wọ́n tún wà ní APC nsìn. These are the inheritors of the NNDP-NPC coalition of 1962. Gbogbo àwọn tó bọ́ sí MPN, àwọn Akínlóye náà ló wà ní MPN. Àwọn Akínjídé, àwọn ló wà ní MPN, àwọn ló wà ní PDP. Tinubu ó yapa lára AD, ó lọ pẹ̀lú àwọn mainstream politics people. And we know that Action Group, UPN, Alliance for Democracy, òun ló gbé wá ní Yorùbá land nígbà wo lọ́wọ́ láti 1954. Ìyẹn ló pé Yorùbá tá a lè kọ́wọ́ sí up to now. Jákàndé nǹkan tó ṣe lọ́dún 4 lÉkòó, kò sẹ́ni tó ṣe 20 ọdún ní Yorùbá land, kò sí. Ibi tá a wà nìyẹn. So Tinubu ń sìn ṣe ọ̀rẹ́ wa ni àbí ọ̀tá wa? Ó ti ṣe ọdún kan bẹ́ẹ̀ sìn. I need to let you know, since I'm at home, I didn't introduce myself properly. I was in federal government service from 1975 to year 2000. I was director in the presidency. Ìdígbè tí wọ́n ṣe ní federal government ló jẹ́ kí n retire voluntarily in December 21, year 2000. It's now almost 23 plus years now. I just quit. So ìrẹ́gbẹ́ ní federal government ṣe, ìrẹ́gbẹ́ ni. And I thank God I quit federal government. And I've been on my own. And I've been a student of politics. I've read all books anybody could read about Awolowo, about Nigerian nation, about the Igbos. Wọ́n máa ń sọ àwọn Igbo pé ẹ̀yin Igbo. Wọ́n á sọ pé Awolowo ó tọ̀ wọ́n jẹ ní 1952. How can àlejò tá a gbà sílé take over our space? Ṣé tábùtà bá fi ara wọn wò náà ṣé wọ́n gbà kí Yorùbá lọ ṣe premier ní Enugu? They're so stupid for them to assume where they could just become premier of Western region over Yoruba. Ṣé ajẹ́rú ni? For them to say, wọ́n láwọn lọ cheat wọn. In Yoruba land, ṣé 1954 yẹn ṣe ajẹ́rú, ṣé Igbo superior ti wà ní ìwé kan gbà ẹni. So now what are you going to be saying? We are finished. So I don't mess up with Igbos. It's stupid of them to be telling us, Yoruba down. nonsense. Anyway, I know I have maybe 30 minutes or less, so I won't talk too much. I know about all these things. Mo fẹ́ fún yín ní briefing nǹkan tó ń lọ sìn ó lè jọ yé wa dáadáa. Tinubu ṣe nǹkan sìn ní ẹnu oṣù kan tá a wà yìí tó show nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe gan. About a month ago, he asked Fagbemi, Attorney General, to take the state governors to court. The local governments, they should be dealing direct. The state government should not interfere with local government. Nǹkan tó mean ni pé àwọn local government yẹn don't create. Wọ́n fi cheat wa ni. Torí local government wà ní Kano tó wà ní Jigawa. Tá bá papọ̀. Ojo ti Lagos, they were 20 before. Lagos 20, Kano 20 before. One point Kano say Jigawa. They now have 77 local governments. And they're supposed to share money equally first, 50%. So it's a fraudulent system that in some people that could that. You know, one local government can stand on their own now, come go direct. In effect, he wants to be direct controller of local governments. So they talk about direct. Local government will now be coming to Abuja to collect their allocation. And then last week now, once they agree pay INEC Abuja ló máa ṣe election all local government nationwide. So it means under Tinubu now, Mahmood Yakubu tó gbé wọlé as president. Òun ló máa ṣe election for all local government, Lọ́ṣùn, whatever. I'm going to go on no that, but say Tinubu ló máa control gbogbo 77 local governments, owó tó bọ́ sí wọn lọ́wọ́ ni. So he wants to integrate local governments above the head of the governors into the federal system. Most of them lánàá pé bóyá ìgan Nàìjíríà máa fi dàrú because the governors will also not keep quiet. Because if our governor of Osun State now, INEC is coming to do election for chairman local government, I would devote 6 months of my allocation to pay and buy seats for the chairman to win. Tibi wọ́n ṣe wà láti Abuja, wọ́n wá gbé local government chairman lé governor of Osun State lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n máa ná bí owó ni. I know that for sure. Kò sí bí Tinubu ṣe lè yan local government chairman ní Ọ̀ṣun, ní Ọ̀yọ́, ní Ògùn, ní Oǹdó, ní Akwa Ibom, ní Rivers, ní everywhere. Gbogbo wọn máa wo federal, they be coming to Abuja now. Abuja ló fi wọ́n síbẹ̀. Mo táwọn mọ̀ nìyẹn. So now, bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ṣe rò Tinubu ní interest nínú pé Yorùbá matter. Ó kàn fẹ́ gbádùn ní òkè Abuja tó wà níbí ni, ó dẹ̀ ní control tiẹ̀. Tó bá lè control the elections into local governments, 774 of them. You pay the papa, they take the tune. I know the governor will fight him anyway, but the bottom line is pé signal tí Tinubu give sí ni pé òun fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan tó wù ú. Nítorí kó gbà wá lẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ àwọn Fúlàní kó náà kó máa ṣe tiẹ̀ lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀. Is reinforcing the federal control on Nigeria. I don't know whether you agree with me. So now that Tinubu wò tọ̀dọ̀ wá tara tiẹ̀ lówó lójú tèmi o. Kí ni ọ̀nà tó bá ṣe wà ń sìn, we want to be on our own. So ṣé Yorùbá nation ni ká declare option nìyẹn? Tá bá fẹ́ declare Yorùbá nation láti ẹnu ọdún mẹ́rin tó kọjá ń sìn, a kàn ń fẹnu sọ́nà ní lórí media. À ń ṣe post ní Yorùbá nation lọ́la, Yorùbá nation lọ́túnla, Yorùbá nation lọ́dún mẹ́wàá. But kí ni practical steps téèyàn lè dì mú ju pé àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan rèé kówó pé a fẹ́ lọ jagun ni ẹ fẹ́ lọ fún Sunday Igboho ó bá ṣígun sí Ìbàdàn àbá ṣígun sí Abẹ́òkúta àbá ṣígun síbo. Pé world community support wa lẹ́nu ọdún mẹ́rin tó kọjá ń sìn tí a ti rí kọ́ńtì kan sọ pé òun fún wa ní status pé Yorùbá nation with all the campaign we are campaigning. Is there any covert or overt support for Yoruba quest that we have achieved in the last 4-5 years? Is there a formal meeting physically per United Nations? We can't invite wa ká wá bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ pé kí ìjọ ti pè wá ǹjẹ́ a ti lọ ǹjẹ́ ń kọ report pé a ti gbọ́ nǹkan táwọn Yorùbá fẹ́ sọ èmi ò tí ì gbọ́ yẹn o. The only tí mo mọ̀ ni pé lọ́ndà bàbá Akíntóyè wọ́n register wa fún World Connection WPO wọ́n list wa as endangered society. So nǹkan tó this Yoruba nation now is not legal within Nigeria. If you are Nigeria, you say Yoruba nation now, they will detain you immediately. So we can only do it under the table. A fẹ́ gba ìjọba. Àwọn tá a fẹ́ gba ìjọba lọ́wọ́ ń sìn àwọn èèyàn wa náà ni èèyàn wa lọ́wọ́ gọ́vnà Ọ̀ṣun, òní gọ́vnà Ọ̀yọ́, òní gọ́vnà Lagos, òní gọ́vnà Èkìtì. Ṣé wọ́n gbà pé ká displace wọn ní Yorùbá land? Ṣé wọ́n gbà? Ǹjẹ́ a ti bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ gan? Ibo la ti pè àwọn gọ́vnà mẹ́fẹ̀ẹ̀fà pé ká bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ pé okay o, we are waiting for you. Ẹ wá gba òmìnira fún wa. Níjọ́ wo ni? Àwọn gan, they are opposed to it because they are getting allocation every month. When the allocation comes now, they are not accountable. They will pay a little salary, they pay a little pension. The rest, nobody knows what happened to the money.
They pocket it.
Lagos State generates 400 billion naira from selling land, from CFO, everything. Have they accounted for it to say what? If the commercial project want to project in a loan official in John B from the 10 hour. But all of us here, mark a budget in December 31. January 2nd, Minister of Finance actually breakdown of what will happen in the whole year so that we will know this is what's going to happen. Then nobody does that anymore. They just pass in the assembly and then that governor just gave a speech and that's the end. So we are in slavery by Yorubas who are leading us. Àwọn gan nílé kábájà Fúlàní kọ́ ló dí wa lọ́wọ́. Torí owó tó ń wọlé sí àríjọ̀n account fún at all. So lójú tèmi o, you may not agree, but tá bá fẹ́ ṣe Yorùbá nation, a fẹ́ fara wa ní Biafra treatment ni o. A declare pé àwa Yorùbá, we have our own nation. Ìgbà yẹn, they say no power in Black Africa will subdue Biafra. Ní rédíò Biafra ń gbà yẹn. Àwọn Ìgbò dẹ̀ ń dúró dè wá ń sìn ká ṣe kíní yẹn kan, káwọn dòṣèré mọ́ kán wá bá wa jà. Bóyá ẹ̀yin ò mọ̀ tẹ́ wà nílùú òyìnbó. Àwọn Ìgbò dè ṣé káàná tiẹ̀ fi mú dánrin ká ṣe owó nǹkan tó ń dúró dè nìyẹn. Àdẹ̀ ní ṣe àti ẹ̀ ní support nílé gan, àwọn governors of support wa, legislators of support wa. They don't. So are you going to just bring helicopter to land in Ibadan or what? Maybe I'm being too, but I'm open to questions when you question me later. But that's my own perspective. Taba declare Yoruba nation. We must come and take over government. Njati shadow government, bye. To take over government. Can recognize prime minister. Ibola fair land, sit take over Cocoa House, a big government house in Ibadan. How are you going to come through Iroko? You are coming through Tenkan Island. or you are coming by here. Kò yé mi. Okay, let me not waste time because, but I need to make this point clearly. The implication of what we are saying is Yoruba nation. Tẹ́ ẹ bá gbà àwa tá a wà nílé, àá pàdé yín lójú ọ̀nà, àwa jó pàdé yín. Lápẹ́ ẹ̀dẹ̀ tí láwọn èèyàn tó wà ní Nàìjíríà ń gbé, tó ń fẹ́ declare ẹ̀ náà. Ẹ jẹ́ ẹ fún wa ní information quietly. Ká mọ ọjọ́, ká mọ oṣù. So that tá a bá pé ogun gbé a rí àwọn tó máa support èmi gan I'll be there. Tẹ́ bá gbọ́ pé ní October 1 ọjọ́ yẹn ni ọjọ́ òmìnira Yorùbá o. Pé ibo ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ o, I'm ready to come there if I know information about it. So the restructuring approach now a lè ṣe nínú Nàìjíríà ó bófin mu. In fact, we are free. The prison door is open. Àwa la mọ̀ pé àwa la rò pé àwa nínú bondage. The freedom is open because tá bá challenge àwọn governors one thing pé kàn ṣe the correct thing. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. We must assume that we don't need oil money for Niger Delta again. This is what binds us with Nigeria. If our governors can behave that, look, any money that comes from Abuja is a bonus for us. Let us augment and manage the money that we are getting locally and use it well. Who is stopping us from doing anything Yoruba land? Nobody. Who is stopping the governors from meeting every quarter? Who is stopping them to plan the road network jointly? Who is stopping them? I give an example. We like to eat cattle meat all the time. And it's from Fulani. So who is stopping us from raising cattle ranches in Yoruba land? Kamara cattle to Fulani. Who is stopping us? If every central Sibani cattle ranch, 200 hectares of land, the government for only C or 4 free of charge. When they for an interest reduced loan, you want to promote cattle production. Is Nigeria stopping us from doing it? I don't think so. In Yoruba land now, we have built event centers all over for party. All over. It's embarrassing. Okay. If government says you do party Friday, Saturday, but Monday to Thursday, convert that place to vocational training centers. What is wrong with that? Who is stopping us from doing that? To start training bricklayers, training carpenters, training tilers, training. Instead, we'll be lamenting. We don't do anything. We just lament. Yeah, I'm surprised. Honestly, we just lamenting only. I will talk about it not today. The audience now is a Christian or Muslim audience, so we are religious. We're over religious to engagement. Okay. Kí ló yẹ ká ṣe gan? Ó yẹ ká form ká articulate pé àwọn leaders Yorùbá gan ló yẹ ká bá jà. Pé wọn ò ṣe dáadáa. Ó yẹ ká mobilize gan. Come up with look. You are not serving us well. We know what Awolowo did now. He didn't put anything in the kennel when he was premier now. He could have put OAU, University of Ife, he could have put it in the kennel now. He could have put Cocoa House in the kennel now. He could have put Bodija Estate in the kennel now. He could have put Ilupeju Estate in the kennel now. Many things. Awolowo was just sent to us. It's only one we have that has done well for us. Honestly. So we need to challenge the leaders in Yoruba land. That's the mission that we need to have. We don't Igbo disturb work. Fulani don't down. I know their leaders are oppressive, but we are the one that made them to treat us like slaves because we don't really know what we are doing. So what we need to do now. I know many of us in this audience, we are virtually old enough to know from 1954 to 1966. But many people these days who are born in 1960, 60 upward, they don't know.
Right.
They only know there is civil war. They don't know. I do somebody raising on and I was not finished. So we need to do a massive enlightenment of people under the age of 50 now. For them to compare 1954 to 66 with the period subsequently. We need to. So, actionable steps. We must continue praying. This is a prayer group. But spiritual education alone has limits. As heaven helps only those
who help themselves.
that help themselves. God will not violate the law of gravity because you are prayed. If you hold a cup, if you don't hold it, it will drop and it will break to pieces. There is no amount of prayer that can do it. So, in our society now, we that are prayerful, we have become totally childish, very respectful. I'm not meant to insult.
You're good.
But we want miracles. We want angels. Oh, God will do it. Oh, it is well. It's not well. There's no petrol in Nigeria today. No petrol. Since Sunday, no petrol. Since Sunday, the old national power grid collapsed. No light throughout Nigeria on Sunday. They restored it yet on Monday afternoon. So long ló máa ṣètò generator báyìí. Ṣé ń jẹ́ òtítọ́ láti wá tan generator tó fẹ́ tán? We are still 3,000 megawatts up to now. Since 1999. Yeah, people are buying SUVs. They are buying 2 planes for the president now. We pray and remove all that. That will not work. It will not work. We pray too much. Between Ibadan and Lagos, it's all religious plan. Oh, you could just factory level and be. Àwọn èèyàn oríṣẹ́, I can pray lásán. Crusade ti gbé crusade pin. It's too much. I'm not going into area, you know. Bible passages. We all know this thing. I'm not going to start boring you. But the proverb says, a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of hands to rest. Poverty will come on you like a bandit. It is, I mean, when I told you that I retired in year 2000, I have PhD in agriculture. I was director of planning in the presidency. But I went to learn printing. I made more money from printing. You won't believe I'm a printer. Supposing I say, oh, my pension, Buhari to some pension me, 6 months. In fact, my children cannot eat. Oh, in fact, I'm dying. Oh, you still die because they will not pay your pension. Just how I'm going to demonstrate once a pension money, me. Can you demonstrate once a pension? I can't do. I can't. Why? When I have my 2 hands to work, why will I do that? Up to now, my pension is 80,000 per month. One test of 10 years, want to be again. It's 80,000. That's 2 full tank of petrol near. My full tank is 40,000. I will finish. So it will congratulate when you generate on the solar system. You know, when I told people 21 years ago, when NEPA on it, that you are front of the devil. You need to come up with 2001, Mutinis name inverters in Labuja. I'm never in darkness. You know, nothing won't say solar system. You need generator limit for 6 years. No generator. I have solar panel. For prayer alone, I've done that. I have to wake up. I have to wake up my brain to know, to interpret. And listen, no, by NEPA will need that for 10 years. If they start from tomorrow morning to start doing it new, it will take 10 years for us to see the impact. Because people don't know, the overhead cable in every street, you have to remove all of them. They're all 30 years, 40 years old, not to expire.
No rotting.
You have to lay the cables overhead, fresh all over. About 24/7 gone, mama trip off. Old cable, one Nigerian saying you have to replace it if you have generation new. We don't have generation. To build power plant now, to lay cable nationwide, it can't be earlier than 10 years from now.
One chance.
So ask, it will be given to you. You must ask. Seek, you will find, because God knows that it is hidden. Gold is hidden inside the soil. If you don't go and look for it, you can't get it. Angel will not bring gold out of the ground for you. And the door is locked. That's why they say knock. You know, we don't interpret this statement very well at all. We just say, oh, God will do it. I can do all things through God that strengthen me. This is what we quote all the time. We deceive ourselves. You know? And the last one, 10 maidens. Our man, they were ready. The other 5, they were discarded. They didn't say, oh, come, let us share. God will bless you. God will bless you, please. Let's share now. Maybe we have been saying they are together now. But the 5 were discarded forever. It was instant punishment for not being prepared. And people are dying now. If you go to hospital now, if you don't buy gloves, they won't treat you. Only right person go to the nearest chemist to go and buy. No hospital has any supplies at all for any treatment in Nigeria today. No. So the parable of the 10 virgins is valid now. But we think, oh, in fact, these people tell me, oh, God bless you, Dr. Ponda, please. And God bless you. I need 10,000 to eat. I need 5. I say, look, you want to make me fall down like you. That's what it means now. If I share all that I have, people are asking me now, so whom will I talk to give me now? Nobody. I'll tell people, I have the money for me, but I will not give you. Unless you are sick. If you have a medical condition that you cannot help, then I will have compassion. Like the good Samaritan. But everybody did. My wife at home. Loma for motor. Loma for Agba Nile Atolowo to find on of law me. I won't do that at all. Finally, Joshua 6:1-21. The wall of Jericho did not just fall. It did not just fall. Read that passage very well. The wall will have to be shaken. It's by force that you take the wall. It's not by doing vigil, doing fasting. You are fasting, you have not eaten for 3 days. You're able to do your work. Why fast for 20 days, 30 days, 40 days? Anyway, let me not, please, pardon me. I'm just saying my mind the way I feel it. Finally, there's a Western region of Nigeria movement option now. It's just been formed. Western region of Nigeria movement. It is to take the battle to the leaders of Yorubas. We are not fighting Fulani, we are not fighting Igbo. I'm going to call them one. I'm going to face our to the leader our gun. We are here, we are not your slave. So finally, I want to bury Yoruba nation, to succeed you.
I must succeed.
We will welcome you. Awata just slow motion snail. Awata just slow motion snail. I want to get you to succeed. October 1, January next year. And to buy price and day. But for me and my household, to continue with this war within Nigeria, we are going to have offices in Ibadan, Lagos, and Abuja. We are going to put our flag there. It is legal to canvass for Western region recreation. We are trying to recreate Western region. And if it's created now, it's up to 1966. Western region has office in London, separate from Nigerian High Commissioner office. In fact, electing Nigerian embassy one in London now. was the house bought by Western region government. So with a region, we can do so many things. We have scholarships. Western region was giving scholarship. I went with University of Ibadan with Western region of Nigerian Marketing Board scholarship. That's what I used to enter University of Ibadan. So overall, I propose that we take the two tracks. Nobody is abusing anybody. I have nothing wrong with anybody who wants Yoruba nation. I'll be watching, I'll be waiting. If something good comes from there, I'll come on immediately. Our town says slow steady, no. Emma Bua. The goal is the same. The method might be different. You are mainly overseas. We are mainly in Nigeria. So we shall arrive at the point. Whoever gets there, well or long. I thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you.
Ẹ ṣé gan bàbá wa. More blessing. You really did so much wonders within the short period that you've spoken. And we got it. Ọlọ́run ṣe. Gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ, ntẹ́lẹ̀ ń fún snake yẹn, torí ilé náà ní activities ní action wà. And for Yoruba self-determination, which is our 10 parts in Darfur. We thought of that and we are incorporating people at home too. But bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ṣe sọ ìta bá rí iṣẹ́ mọ̀ pé àkọsí àpò ní eégún kọ̀wó. Tí a bá rí Western region gbà, ara ẹ̀ náà ni ó máa hédi wa ni because n tá ń fẹ́ òun náà ní ká wà self reliance. Tí a bá rí náà state Western region tó pé resources wa la fi ń develop ra wa tí ò jẹ́ Tinubu tó máa tún ní ká máa wówó ká máa bọ̀ wá sábò dá wa gbowó. You said it right. The same way you think of him is the way I think of him. It's not for the masses. It's for himself and his cabal. And we are seeing it. But we have no chance of saying, yes, we want to resist this. Consider resistance. Resistance ta lè put up with pé ká náà máa ṣe kan tá a mọ̀ pé yes, nílẹ̀ Yorùbá wa, à ń ṣe gbà ń ṣàwò, ká ní máa dúró dàn pé òdìgbà tó bá mélé wa. And you rightly said it. Àwọn gómìnà wa, even though they say they are adopting the song or iṣẹ́ wà nílẹ̀ wa, but they are not supporting us. Because ohun tán rí jẹ, tán rí ṣe ń bẹ̀ fúnra wọn gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọ̀gá wọn, òun ni ò lè jẹ́ kàn náà ní ọ̀farada ohun tá a fẹ́ ṣe. If all come together to say, yeah, let Yoruba go, we could have gone and we could have been doing things we need to do. But like you said, I think ká fi lẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin ṣe tẹ́ ń ṣe. Our tá believe náà pé Yoruba nation, whenever it gets to us, we will see it bá ṣe ń ṣe náà ni. I think we proposed one time we should have some political pressure group. Táwọn náà máa wà politically oriented láti máa go into them. But they don't allow that to happen. So ẹ wo Èkó ń sìn nígbà tán street Kano sí so many something torí pọ́fín override wa náà ni. Nígbà tá a bá ṣiṣẹ́ sálẹ̀ wọn á kọ́kọ́ pín gbogbo ẹ̀ tán. Àwọn náà gba láyọ̀nṣẹ́ wọn á ṣẹ̀ máa tún pín lé wa lọ́wọ́. So tẹ bá rí ẹ̀ náà ṣe Ọlọ́run wa lọ́wọ́. Ẹ continue with it, we support you. I support you spiritually. And then again, ẹ tún hammer. Manners will not fall from heaven. À ń sùn ní ilé ìjọsìn à ń ti gbogbo ẹ̀. Gbogbo àtọ́ fi owó kọ́ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì káàkiri. À ń kọ́ ní abroad ọ̀sìn gbogbo ẹ̀. Kí ló tán fìyẹn dá ilé iṣẹ́ lẹ̀ kàn máa ríṣẹ́ lé. If things like that are going on, we probably won't know. Martin cheat ní America or anywhere else. The masses have a chance because you can afford to eat. You can't eat in Nigeria. Whatever you do over there, you get it done. You don't have to look on people. Tó bá wù mí mo lè máa lo jet tí mo fẹ́ lò, mi ò fi oppress. Tẹ́lòmíràn bá lówó ẹ̀, òun náà ara tiẹ̀ ni. But ní Nàìjíríà, oppressors ni wọ́n. Wọ́n lọ ra SUV, wọ́n nítorí pọ́nà dá. Kí ló tàn tọ́ náà sí? Kọ́nà dá fẹ́ everybody. But self-interest, bámúbámú ni mo yó. Tẹ́ bá rí ẹ̀ ṣe pẹ̀lú èèyàn wa, á dájú. Kọ̀sán àwọn olórí wa, ẹni ibi ni wọn ò fẹ́ kó dáa fún wa. Torí wọ́n ti ń plant àwọn ọmọ wọn gan pàápàá sí ìjọba corruption yìí. And that's why it's, to them, what they say, they don't care if everything should, fall bad. because kò kàn wọ́n realize wọ́n rí tiwa rò but tó ń ká wa lára bá tẹ̀ láwa wà ní ilé òkèèrè alẹ́ kan lé náà we know what we are suffering we know how things are going on. Èmi ti wà ń lérí mo sá padà síbí báyìí ni because me mo nobody and you don't know people who can't try.
I want to come. If many tickets in my book.
No problem. I wish I can do that. So tó ń fa Japan yẹn nígbà Andrew must go ní tiwa I came here to study anyway so and it wasn't that bad but it time tí bá lọ lé time tí mo máa gbé is this where I grew up? I always look at Lagos and say wow is this Lagos I left?
Poverty.
Yeah and it's increasing kò sí pé bóyá ó wà relieved tẹ bá tẹ̀lé ń rọyàn lọ́wọ́ gan náà á dé sí kan tẹ́ pé ó bá ran rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ náà sọmọ́rọ̀ ni bó ṣe kórí nìyẹn náà kí nítorí pé mo fẹ́ kó dáa fẹ́nìkan kí tèmi wá bàjẹ́ no á ní olówó kan láàrin òtòṣì mẹ́fà olùsí gbogbo wọn because they will wreck you no matter how you do it the more you give to them the more they're asking for and then they come around and when you don't do they be blaming you they say professor. I went through the experience. I was in Nigeria for 18 goddamn years. In fact, stage you come back over here. And I know what I went through in 18 years. So nobody can tell me about Nigeria that say Nigeria is good. When I'm Nigeria, you want to go, let's talk of earth. Earth itself. How many people only afford to pay Romi? Will you get proper diagnosis for whatever is wrong with you? Doctor náà ní general ni wọn á máa gbogbo ẹ onímọ̀sùn inú rírun orí fífọ́ ẹ̀dọ̀ rírìn and then you pay through your nose for all those things. Whereby when you don't get money, can you do that? Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá fọ́ mi ẹlòmíì lówó Nàìjíríà wá ń sì gbé lọ fi oògùn tó rẹ̀ ṣe oúnjẹ ló máa fi jẹ tó wà ní káfíńtà. So I support you fully and I pray that we get to where we are going. I pray everybody will have the sense, let me work with my hands. Whatever I can get from it should be sufficient for me. We have to start from somewhere. And people at home, when they say lazy, they don't want to hear that word that they are lazy. Because they expect something that is not expectable. If you don't struggle to get things done, you're not going to get it done. Because nobody ain't going to do it for you. So Allah know Ashe. I'm sorry, I always quickly react because I'm worked up. Allah Ashe for Ashe more blessing. Let me give people chance. Thanks. The name tabato pe wan gba ni o. Lórí tẹ́ ṣe brevity, a lè máa mú topic kankan pé analyze here. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe dálẹ̀ nǹkan that was great enough. We cannot be picking one up, so okay, this aspect of it, how do we go about it? But it is so much. We appreciate you and we thank you for coming within a short period. That was great. More blessing. Thank you.
Ẹ ṣeun gan ni bàbá tó ẹ ti sọ̀rọ̀ ilẹ̀ ti kún tó ọpọlọ yín kò ní dọ́bà kó tó di pé mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí nípa àwọn èèyàn kan bá wa béèrè ìbéèrè jẹ́ kí tó kí àwọn èèyàn wa tán darapọ̀ mọ́ wa lórí YouTube. Ẹ ṣeun láì mú ọjọ́ mùsùlùkùn mo kí màmá wa Tóyìn Jímọ̀ wọn náà kí gbogbo wa wípé a kú ètò pé a káàbọ̀ sórí ètò ti alẹ́ yìí màmá nílò àwọn náà bá wọn kí wa pé a kú àtótónu màmá wa mo dúpẹ́ kó wọn ní kú àbọ̀ sí ètò wa ti àṣálẹ́ yìí bá wa tẹ náà bá wa tẹ ṣíà ẹ ṣé gan ni orí màmá wa Regent wọn ní ẹ kú ètò alárinrin ti alẹ́ yìí ẹ ṣé o màmá mo rí màmá wa Assure Services for Education màmá ìwé wọn ní akí Dr. Papa torí ètò wa tí ò ní ẹ ṣeun lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹ ṣé màmá mo rí àwọn èèyàn wa tó fẹ́ wa tẹ lọ́tọ̀ bá wa tẹ ṣíà wọn ní prayer without work is fruitless màmá wa Regent wọn sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ òdodo ọ̀rọ̀ ni o pé a gbọ́dọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ náà yàtọ̀ sí àdúrà tá à ń gbà náà á ràn wá lọ́wọ́ ẹ ṣeun gan ni lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ tó mo rí ọwọ́ màmá wa Regent paget lókè kọ́wọ́ má máa ro wọ́n ẹ jẹ́ kí n kan láyè pẹ́ kán béèrè wọn màmá over to you ma.
Mo kí àwọn atọ́kùn èkó mo dẹ̀ kó àwọn àlejò wa ẹ ṣé gan ni ẹ káàbọ̀. Thank you very much for all your efforts. I commend you for all you have been doing and may God grant you success.
Amen.
Ibi tí mò ń lọ number one I just want to ask, how far have you gone with your proposal? That's that. Number 2, àwọn àgbààgbà, àwọn governor, àwọn pastor, there are problems. Ibi tí mo lọ ní pé Nigeria ò pé wa rárá. We just need to get out. Because it is a shame pé àwa Yorùbá a lè sọ èdè wa bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ from the beginning. Tẹ́ sọ pé a ní dictionary. Àwọn even ní ilẹ̀ Haúsá, wọ́n ní yunifásítì wọn èdè wọn ni wọ́n fi ń kọ́ ara wọn. So kò tiẹ̀ pé wa rárá. Then àwọn èèyàn wa, ó dàbẹ̀ low self-esteem ń dà wọ́n láàmú. Tí wọ́n bá ti dúró lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ funfun kan ibà wọn ya fọ́tò wọn torí ẹ sọ pé wọ́n fẹ́ darapọ̀ mọ́ Haúsá, wọ́n fẹ́ darapọ̀ mọ́ Igbo. Wọn lè dá dúró. They have no initiative. They cannot stand on their own. Àti kọ́ máa wá attachment. So, but ẹ sọ ní ìsìn pé kò sí electricity and it can't happen in the next 10 years. How we can't continue with that. That is why we need to get out. To lè dúró inú òkùnkùn for another 10 years. No, kò pé wa rárá. Then federal system, the more reason tí à ń láti fi jáde ní pé this federal system mi ò rò pé lè pé wa torí tá bá ṣe ìsọpọ̀ àṣọ wà Nàìjíríà. Àwọn Fúlàní máa sọ fún wọn pé we are still within Nigeria. We have a right to move everywhere. Nísìn, wọ́n ń gbébọn. Even fún Tinubu ò lè sọ nǹkan kan pa ẹ̀. Àwọn èèyàn wà dẹ̀ lè ṣe nǹkan tó ń ṣe. So, and again, from the beginning, Hausa, Igbo, Yorùbá là ń gbọ́. Ńbo ni àwọn Fúlàní ti kọ́ mi tí wọ́n máa fọ́ lálẹ̀ fún wa. Yes, man. And then this, you mentioned something about United Nations. We cannot rely on United Nations because Nigeria is the shopping mall. Nǹkan tó ní kálukú wọn máa rí gbà ni wọ́n fẹ́ Nigeria. That is why they don't want Nigeria to break up. And we want to get out. So how do we exercise our right, self-determination, which is our right? How do we, that's another question. How do we exercise that? Torí gbogbo àwọn àgbààgbà wa yẹn. And then you said freedom is open. One of you, if you have any advice or opinion on how we can get out, please enjoy fún wa.
What you have said is quite romantic and is desirable. But what does getting out mean? What does get out mean? Say, I'm jump into Atlantic Ocean.
Get out of Nigeria.
Get out. Come on, move. Port Elewa, join
Brazil. Even from the school, they can put it in the curriculum. Agriculture, all those things. Catering can come in the so that one so one from the school, one session wash it.
Hello.
Hello, my name is Emma.
So all those things we can.
Let me comment quickly on what Madam has said. In the world today,
Emergency medical alerts.
Scotland want to get out of Great Britain.
Then.
Catalonia want to get out of Spain. The process to why is either you make declaration for unilateral declaration immediately and get ready for war. That's the implication. There's no need to sugarcoat it at all. Is you want to be on your own, then you declare war and ready. So we must ready to put arms in Benin Republic, in Cotonou, ready to fight. It happened in Biafra before now. They declared unilateral action. Someone will save Nigeria. They declared it. The whole country gang up and stop them. Though they were very hasty, they didn't consult. I will also do SM Aluko lost on Boloshenka lost on quick slow down. They refused to slow down. One time fell last one. Okay, one day law. The world look as we also said, I won't come export crude oil, come import petrol. They like look how much pounds students paid into British economy in the last 3 years. 15,000 pounds, 15,000 pounds to go and do masters.
Minimum.
So they want all the way we are now. What you are fighting against is a war of attrition, it's a war of the brain. It's not what you can do with knife. It's not possible. But if it, unless we are just this way ourselves, war of the brain, example, Iran, Iraq. Iran up till now is fighting America. Like more than 30 years. It's a war of attrition. America will hit them, they will hit America too. It's brain work. They cannot win militarily. Look, America are saying well, they couldn't win Ukraine up till now. War is not winnable. So we have to just use brain power and gradually. Look, in ANC, South Africa, it started in 1910. They couldn't get anything out until 1990. Even then, they formed military wing. They didn't just leave Mandela now because the military wing, Oliver Tambo and all of them, they started fighting, sabotaging the whole of South Africa. And then they know that Tabalo win properly, not release Mandela. It's not by choice. Cuba was helping South Africa, Palestine was helping them with arms. That to be war. So if you're ready for war, let's start, but not just to be carrying on a program like this. What to do now, as I said, let's focus on our own people. And when Ijoba in Yoruba land, are they with us? Are they meeting us under the table? Okay, we know what we are doing. They are not. Anyway, so how far? In the last 1 month, I wrote a document on how Nigeria can change, 18 pages. I just floated it, and it's gone so viral. It's everywhere. I don't know whether some of you have seen it.
Yeah, we've seen it.
And appeared on every TV station, AIT channels, all newspaper advertisements. So everybody now, they are aware that something is wrong. We have to do something about it. Everybody's aware. Before then, Buhari said he doesn't know what restructuring means. Say, what does it mean? He says so. Nobody can say so now, based on the document I produced. They now know what restructuring means. Self-determination, each area to be in charge of its own. There is a social clause, there is an exit clause. If you don't like where you are, you can change. It's all in my document. The one you saw is 18 pages. I produced 53-page version of it that gave more details. I sent it to President Tinubu. I delivered it by hand. I delivered it to Senate President. I delivered it to the Speaker House of Representatives. And we are working on it. So on that basis now, I'm getting support from other Nigerians. I may tell you that a notable leader from the Middle Belt, let me not call his name, but very, very high from Taraba State, called me and said, what do you want? And I discussed with him. And he agreed, and I told him, look, self-determination is more of the Yoruba matter. And you know, Middle Belt, now, but they agreed, he would do something about it. We organize another movement in the Middle Belt to say, our now feel mineral from Northwest, from Northeast. And when Igbo Nicolomba me dancing violently, why are they quarreling with me? Because they want me to do what is totally, I would say, criminal. But when Igbo, they are very difficult people. I produced a map. They said,
you divided Igbos.
They said I did not include rivers as part of Igbo land. I drew a map. The Southeast 5 states, so there will be a region. The Yoruba Western region will be a region. They said, how come I did not draw the map to include some Idoma in Benue, some Egala in Benue, then some so-called Igbo-speaking in rivers. And I was telling them, those people learned Igbo, not that they are Igbos, because they were under Western region before. So it came out now in the last decade, they want Igbo land to extend to Port Harcourt to the sea, of any sea access. And they saw I said I ought to have helped them to do it like that. How can I do that? I want to law oppose they want restructuring so that Igbo land can cover South-South. And it's on record that South-South said Biafra land does not extend to their own area. They have said so. So apart from that now, Midwest, they are now also going to have a movement. Middle Belt, I'm very sure about that. So we are no longer alone now that is taking this idea of let us do a new constitution where each region will be on its own and they will to do what they can do. I don't need to tell this audience, if we have a region today, we have our own constitution, there are measures we will take that in 2-3 years, we'll just be neighbors. We just be neighbors with Nigeria. We don't have no dealing with them. I spoke to Akintoye about 2 weeks ago. I explained to him, look, if you are a region in Nigeria, we just send a director in Abuja. We won't be coming to meeting in Abuja again. What are we coming there to do? We are Nigeria, fine. We won't come there to, and there are things we can do to drive it from Yoruba land. We recertify the land. If you have land, we recertify it. Mm-hmm. When you recertify the land now, no non-Yoruba can own land solely again. You have to have Yoruba. That's why it's a new area. There are very few, but they have a law that says you cannot just own property on must put religion. There are many measures that can be taken with a brain work. Let me not talk too much. Many more questions are coming. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir. I'm sorry. I will ask some questions. Now, the first one, I want to Western region, Nigerian stuff. Is it possible we can claim them back or reclaim them if we are able to have Western region?
How we get there?
What will happen? What will happen if we are going to have assets and liabilities? What is nice to say, whatever is in your area today, you own it.
Okay.
If there's assets and there's liability, you own it too. We cannot agree Western region will have its own constitution separately from federal constitution. Then we have to forgo certain things so that we can just look. If you don't get oil money again, in 5 years we'll recover. I know that for sure. We'll recover. So we won't bother about what has. In fact, we can face what front, not face backwards.
Okay, that's
absolutely. Mm-hmm. That will give them people. That's my own attitude.
Now, second question has to do with this. I know you are gaining ground, or with some people that are more reasonable than the elderly ones. Otherwise, our movement make our deltas it will help us where if people are ready, but if they are not ready, we still stick to what we can do to make us be ourselves. And we should realize that we are Yoruba first before we become anybody else. So we do that, and in the interest of the Yoruba nation, we do it. So have you started doing something about that constitution, which will help us as part of the program we are running? I mean, for Western region.
I can bring it out on the fly. I've worked on this since 2017.
Wow.
I personally drafted an alternative to the 1999 Constitution fully. Basically, that draft is just to permit that each region can go and draft its own constitution.
Okay.
Separate from the federal. And I've produced a document now in the last 2 weeks refined that will say how we are going to organize Western region
Constitution.
if we are going to, and I can give you a hint. In my studies, I found out that we are 26 sub-nations in Yoruba land. 26. Ijesha, Ijebu, Yewa, Ilaje, Okun, Igomina, Ibadan, Oyo, Ife, Ekiti, Ondo, like that. There are 26. Only territory to occupy a particular space within Yoruba territory. That should be the basis for a new federation of Yorubas.
Yoruba.
They shall have its own territory. That will be, it might be a province. Ijebu province, it will be provinces. So there'll be 26 provinces if it's agreed. And each one will be able to run his own affairs in his own small subculture. These are slightly different from Ijebus, though we both we have things in common, but Ibadans are different. Everybody will be able to put his head in the sun and will compete and complement. So I have a draft document that will say how we shall organize ourselves so that nobody will be oppressed within Western region. Nobody, I want to say, okay, I want to worry that now. You won't be, nobody will lord over you. And we keep turning on fellow Ibadan. But there will not be a planning commission office, not to have a executive governor driving convoy. No, because we are going to contribute money to run Ibadan office.
So that be a central, that will be the central for capital. Let me just put it to use that word.
Well, it's capital. We're going to have a premier. It's first among equals. We are not going to have an executive person. You know, we are lucky that when Awolowo was premier, he was trying to run a unity government. But we are lucky that he was fair-minded. He didn't put everything in the Kenneth to go and to be sectional, to be clannish. But in this day and age now, as I told you now, we'll make sure we are 26 sub-nations in Yoruba land. And each one will own its own territory. If you are going to have a parliament, maybe 5 from each of the 26 regions, we will contribute the parliament in Ibadan. So question when why oppressed will arise at all. We won't use population to, once you are a sub-nation, you are represented in the regional body. Anyway, I've written all about it. I have the documents.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I just assume the berry.
Oh,
not to say that, no.
Oh dear. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Màmá
Àkí
ìwé
bàbá wa pé wọ́n kú àtúntònú láti kan. Ìbéèrè tí mo kàn fẹ́ béèrè sà ní àná orí lórí YouTube ṣe gómìnà Ọ̀yọ́ State ló ń béèrè pé kájọ kan gba òun pé wọ́n fẹ́ fi ọmọ ṣe Sultan of Sokoto jẹ Aláàfin of Ọ̀yọ́. Then ọba tó wà ní Ìwó ó ti fẹ́ ọmọ Fúlàní ọmọọba Fúlàní ó dẹ̀ ti bímọ ọkùnrin. So kí ni faith wà pẹ̀lú irú àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ yẹn sìn even though wọ́n ti kọ́ wọ́n máa yẹ ọba Ìwó yẹn bẹ̀ tó sì wà ń bẹ̀ títí di sìn. Nígbà táwọn yẹn ti sọ pé tí wọ́n bá lọ tó ti fẹ́ Fúlàní tí wọ́n ti fẹ́ fi Fúlàní jọba Ọ̀yọ́ ibo là ń lọ. Ṣé hope wà lórí àwọn yẹn sà? So yẹn kan mo kàn ní kí n béèrè pẹ̀lú ilẹ̀ Yorùbá because ìlú Ọ̀yọ́ ó ṣòro yọ kúrò ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. So kí ni ká wá ṣe pẹ̀lú irú àwọn yẹn sà?
When I was talking in the opening statement, I said in Yoruba land since 1962, we are in 2 factions. There are factions that believe inward. The faction that believe they must go with the line of the mainstream to join mainstream government. Latik Banye, MPC, NN, NNDP. then MPN in 1979, then PDP, then Action Congress now, allow for the whatever it is. The tendency I would be Yoruba and we must look for power based on getting support from outside. Because of our Ombodo problem near Ondo State, Ombodo will bring federal might for they will see. Come and subdue Ondo State at that time. Oloyo got federal power to come and kick Bolagi out. These are all facts of history now. So tendency here would law. Oluwo is there because the power that be in Nigeria says it serves in their interest. They want you to be against your people, then they will let you stay. That's how it is. Look at what happened now. Kogi State. A governor is criminally accused, alleged, but he cannot be arrested now because he served certain interest when he was governor of Kogi State. That's how Nigeria nation works. So in Kalama fight, none. Okay, our governors want saying, do we know how they got there? They bought their way through now.
Oh, yes. Very clear.
I mean, the governor for your state came from Rivers. It's alleged that he was aided from Rivers. He just came to Ibadan and became governor. He never lived in Yoruba land before.
Yes,
Yes.
And
his wife is from Rivers now.
Yeah.
And he served in Rivers and he lived there for long. He just came in and said he has 12 billion in his account to run for governor and he won. So there'll be all kinds of problems. I just pray that we don't get to the point where we'll come to wait here again. But if there's no force, you can buy a Kurolowo so there might have to be some push. Because Governor Lagos is alleged that it doesn't have bike. I want court to entertain it. Governor of Ogun State on TV in Ijoba degree only see court action. Oh
my God!
I don't know why you had it. Did you hear about it?
Even the president.
So I want to rule one thing, one only question. So they just have to close rank and keep themselves there. They are not there bona fide like me or you now. I mean, I can track my record from primary school up to everything. It's in public space.
Oh Lord.
We shall overcome.
We shall overcome. The stem will collapse on his own.
Amen.
That's it.
Baba, for the extensive lecture and explanation to the question 30 days lọ́wọ́ yín. Kí n tó di pé mo pe màmá ìwọ̀n tán lórí fóònù láti almost 50 minutes, but màmá ẹ má bínú, ẹ jẹ́ n sáré béèrè lọ́wọ́ bàbá kí n tó gbé fún yín. Dádì, ẹ ṣé gan lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ni. Mo fẹ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ yín ni pé inú mi kọ́kọ́ dùn náà pé bàbá wo lọ́wọ́ bàbá wa Akíntóyè ti pè wọ́n lórí nǹkan tí ẹ ń ṣe. Náà wá dẹ̀ jẹ́ ká láṣeyọrí níbẹ̀. Yorùbá nation. Ó máa ṣe é ṣe fún wa ni.
The Lord will make a way out.
Yes, a máa jáde.
A máa jáde.
Ẹni jagun. Náà wá dẹ̀ fún yín tẹ́yìn náà ṣe á fún wa jọṣepọ̀ ni. Mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé ẹ sọ pé ẹ ti lọ present document kan fún bàbá Tinubu. Ǹjẹ́ wọ́n ti fún yín ní èsì àbí ṣé wọ́n ti acknowledge rẹ̀ tí ẹ gbé fún wọn? Ìyẹn number 1. Then number 2, mo fẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wa dádì sà. Àwọn governors wa àtàwọn bàbá wa elders àtàwọn ọba, ǹjẹ́ àwọn gan náà ṣé wọ́n bá ń ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú ètí ẹ fẹ́ ṣe yìí? Ǹjẹ́ tẹ̀tí náà bá ṣe pọ̀ pẹ̀lú wọn? Ǹjẹ́ wọ́n jẹ́rìí pé wọ́n ní positive way pẹ̀lú wa? Pẹ̀lú nǹkan tá a fẹ́ ṣe pé torí ìyà ń jẹ wá, wọ́n ń pa ọba, wọn ò sọ̀rọ̀. Bá ṣe wà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ wọ́n ṣe ń pa àwọn èèyàn wa nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, wọn ò ṣe nǹkan kan sí. Ǹjẹ́ wọ́n ń bá yín ṣe kankan gan bẹ́ ṣe fẹ́ tún pé eléyìí síta báyìí bàbá? Mo fẹ́ béèrè yẹn náà lọ́wọ́ yín. Àti pé ẹ tún sọ wípé kò sí iná ní gbogbo odidi, kò sépo ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà. ṣé refinery Dangote tí wọ́n ṣe tí wọ́n ná fowó ìlú ṣe kò ṣiṣẹ́ náà ni àbí báwo nìyẹn tún ṣe jẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ kí n dá dúró bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn náà torí àwọn èèyàn wà lórí aago ẹ ṣe ń sà then kí ó tó di pé ẹ má bínú sà báwo la ṣe fẹ́ jẹ́ káwọn governors wa àwọn councillor àbí kí wọ́n pè wọ́n àwọn rep wa àtàwọn chairman kọ́ wà accountable because wọ́n ń gbowó tó yẹ kán fi máa túlù ṣe kán fi tọ̀nà ṣe báwo la ṣe máa make wọn accountable sà ẹ ṣe thank you sir.
Okay, several questions, but I've answered them. Let me introduce. I have a sister online.
Yes, sir.
Omolola Awe, she's online.
Mm-hmm.
She's now.
Yes, ma. Wọ́n ṣe múná lọ ni Aaron dringi wọ́n ṣe múná lọ ń bíbá yìí. Tọ́lẹ̀ la ṣe máa jáde. Tọ́lẹ̀ la ṣe máa. Mo sọ fọ́mọ mi pé kó má bọ́dà láti tan generator pé alẹ́ ti ilé ká má fi ariwo yẹn bá di tọ́bù àwọn èèyàn.
Petrol, see, diesel is 1,500 the liter. You can do one.
We have to get out.
Omotomola is now I stand Secretary General Communications for the movement that we have. She's been designated to be in charge of communications.
Yes,
so we are just 2 weeks old. I've been playing roles all along, but based on the fact that I authored this letter to the president and to the nation and it's getting ground, we've decided to form Western Region of Nigeria movement. There's a little itch now, not itch, no. We want to register properly with the CAC Nigeria as an organization. Otherwise, our approach has been now to engage with these governors. They have a chairman now, who is Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the chairman of the Southwestern governors. So we've drafted a 6-page letter that we'll deliver to him. We're starting on a very friendly, accommodating note. We are not combative. So I hope he will respond to us, that letter which you have drafted. We'll have sent it yesterday, but we want to get our names fixed in CAC. So we are going to start engaging the governors readily, legally. Taba collectors once in Taba to drop weeks. I'm a publisher. We let Taba because one governor name down. So we are going to put pressure like that. We have to awaken people. Look, this is what's happening in the government circle. In that letter now, for instance, I want destitute to occupy Ijoba Eleya now. I want Alagbe. They are everywhere, and they're from the north. We have to ask them publicly. Our movement will do that.
Okay.
So, refinery, àwọn òyìnbó fẹ́ ká ṣe dáadáa. Dangote try it here, no? But nǹkan tá a gbọ́ ni pé wọ́n ti ta epo crude in Nigeria for the next 5 years. Wọ́n ti gbowó wọn ti ná.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
So òun kò rí crude oil láti refine now. Within Nigeria, we don't import from US. You don't import crude oil now from US. So nǹkan tó yẹ kó máa, you have a well. Nínú àgbàlá tó yẹ kó máa pọnmi nínú ẹ̀, kó tún lọ tún táǹkà gbomi wá láti America. Ẹ pé ó máa dislocate. So he's only able to produce diesel and aviation fuel now. He's not producing petrol yet at all. And I foresee a problem gone. There's no pipeline to carry petrol from that refinery into Nigeria. If you use tankers to be loading, 200 tankers will block Lekki Road eventually. I'm just foreseeing it. That's what's going to happen. Then I'm all bars. Imagine we pay. The constitution says in every territory, Obas collect 5% of the money sent to each local government. When Oba fin jẹun, instead Yoruba man sing. There are maybe up to 1,000 first class over Yoruba land. There used to be 9 before. Olowo of Owo, Owo of Ilesha, Ono of Ife, Olubadan, Alake, Awujale, and Alaafin. In saying we want to take first class obas in every small, so that they can be sharing the 5% money from the local government fund.
Gosh.
And they are all idle. They are not doing anything. So anyone back only sort of to support us at all. They need that money from Abuja. That's just an obstacle. It's an obstacle. We know actually that alone now. Okay, is there one or nation to all over?
On the no party.
So, but when local government is fair, at Modaki at Kumudian, we don't want the chairman. So the money that comes to local government, he has his own share out of it. It's legal. It's legalized. So it's they cannot really. Well, they can say, okay, if they say no now, what would they eat tomorrow for temporary? What would they eat? But that's what they're eating now. They're eating crude oil money from Abuja. And they have no means of livelihood. I know many obas in Idisha land, they go small obas, they go on stipend every month. So it's a big problem. I don't know, but we'll just keep going. Eventually, they will make their own mistake. The system will just collapse on the weight of its own contradictions.
In the name of Jesus,
That's what I do. But we must be let people to know anything wrong. This is bad. This is bad. Like I'm talking to you now. I know you are getting 1 or 2 things because I'm here in Nigeria. So we want to enlighten people more. You don't buy a darunya and we have to ready to say, can you down? That's about all we can do.
So the letter to Baba Tinubu, sir, she won't respond, sir.
Nigerian system, we have rulers over us, they are not accountable. Okay. When I was in service in the 70s, if you write a letter to government, they will write you a reply acknowledgement. I'm there to tell you that we receive your letter.
Yeah, not now.
Nobody does that again. So there's no formal reply to me. No text. Sorry, TV gone. I said it on AIT last week. It's like we're treated like slaves in this country. We will make letter to the government. Anybody, they will not reply. They will not tell you what that. Okay, tell me that my idea is wrong. They will not. But I must tell you, under the table, I know is receiving it, is working on it, because somebody called me last week, came from the summary again. I didn't like the idea. How can the whole presidency cannot summarize a document? They need me to summarize it.
Too busy.
I mean, though I did it, but I know, are they serious? With all the battery of people who are in the presidency, they cannot read a 53-page document and summarize the main issues out of it. They have to call me, please, do happen that Ijoba she 2-page summary.
Alone brilliant.
Yeah, they're brilliant.
But that's an acknowledgement.
People around him, people around him, it may not even be, maybe just saying it this week now. You know, he went to South Africa for inauguration. He was in Lagos for Salah. So he may not have even, you know, the incompetence is too much in the service now. People don't work again in Abuja.
No, they don't work. Business, not in Chicago.
Because they can't even go to office. They go twice a week. Many they rotate because the cost of travel now is just impossible. Most people just go 2 days a week. They agree. So there's no governance is breaking down totally. No serious communication is coming out of government at all. There is strike now. There is strike now. Nasu, Sanu, they're on strike. So agreement on sign Latin 19, other 20s, whatever. They've not implemented it. And to make agreement, you could see, they've not implemented. No, things are bad. Things are bad.
I have 2 callers. Mama, where you're going to pay any common kobo? Mama, you don't know one. Hold.
Share àlejò wa. A dúpẹ́ gan lọ́wọ́ yín fún pé a pè ní sí ẹjẹ́ wa Dr. Paponda. Ṣé gan ni. Now, mo mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin gẹ́gẹ́ bí elder ní represent Yorùbá ní ilẹ̀ Haúsá. ẹ̀yin lẹ máa ń ṣe bí agbóhùn àbí bí agbóhùn fún wa tá a bá ń ṣèpàdé pé lápapọ̀ ní pẹ̀lú àwọn northern elders wọ̀nyẹn. You have always been there fún Yorùbás. Mo kàn fẹ́ béèrè ìbéèrè kan ni wípé àwọn ti ilẹ̀ Haúsá yìí tó ra gbọ́ nígbà kan wípé àwọn náà fẹ́ kúrò ní àwọn náà fẹ́ dá dúró. A gbọ́ pé àwọn náà fẹ́ wọn náà fẹ́ dá dúró wípé àwọn náà fẹ́ wà láyé tiwọn. Torí a gbọ́ pé Ìgbò náà fẹ́ wá ẹgbẹ́ Ìgbò tí ń jàǹpátá ti pé àwa Yorùbá náà ti ń jàǹpátá. Ṣé òótọ́ ni wípé àwọn ti tọ̀hún yẹn náà pé àwọn náà fẹ́ dá dúró yẹn àwọn ti Haúsá nǹkan wọn àtàwọn tọ̀hún yẹn? Ṣé òtítọ́ ni tàbí wọ́n kàn ń deceive wa ni? Ìyẹn kan. Then Senate House gbogbo kinní wọ̀nyí Senate House gangan ni kí ibẹ̀ gangan ni kí nucleus the house of the nucleus house ti power house fẹ́ pé àwọn wọ̀nyí fẹ́ lọ ni tí Ìgbò náà fẹ́ lọ tí Yorùbá náà fẹ́ lọ jẹ́ kí ló máa ń dá wọn dúró tó kúkú kọ́ sí ní Senate kìíní yẹn kan tù ká bẹ̀. Ìyẹn ni mo ní kí n béèrè o Dr. Papòdà ẹ ṣé.
Thank you very much. The last question is in Abuja Tawambi, it's like a dining table. All nationalities are eating on that table. They don't want to leave that table. Last Abono rice should be 160 million each. So at Yoruba, then to reject at Igbo, at Wale, they want to be eating crude oil to Wale. So kò sí nu wọn tó ní tẹ̀ láti and wọ́n náà máa ń ṣe every 4 years máa ń ṣe amendment constitution. They have 1 billion voted for it to be changing constitution. Wọ́n ti ṣe for 4 years. Vote yẹn wọ́n fẹ́ ná. So I have no hope. They cannot yield space for good governance on voluntary basis. Let's not deceive ourselves. They are all, let me make both to say, because it's truth. The senator from my area, Muti Kowesi Titi Kodamilum, senator to represent my area. They also rep member. 3 times of appointment in the last 3 weeks. And brother, sorry, you to the next to Dr. Till you're up till now. Oh my God, anyway, so one for me. That's a fact. So they are, and let's be, I mean, I sympathize with them. Sorry to take your time. Thing one about now 100 million. That's a wale. Egba form Senate 50 million. Egba form. Ẹ̀sùn fún polling agent, ẹ̀sùn fún INEC, ẹ̀sùn police, and not be 200 million. Ìgbésẹ̀ náà bá d'Abuja now. They want to recoup the debt. Àwọn tó wá gbọ́n nù wọn, after tó wá ṣe wọlé sìn, wọ́n ní wọn ṣe mọ́ pé àwọn wọn ní one time wọ́n ní wọn ṣe mọ́. But if you want to come back next time now, from next year, you have to be raising money now to campaign for the next election. So I'm going at a cost to their own detriment. They don't, I mean, they're sleepwalking. I pity them because they don't know what they are doing. But you know, I want to have ball office here, I want to 20. Look, I have to put them in the hotel overnight. So, come on, lolly. You know, so they are not living good life at all. I'm not envious of them. They are living very poor life in terms of being a senator and sovereign. I pity them. Then the Hausa, once you wake up, they have been under bondage for a long time. An indication we won't see anything serious, except that the Hausas are the crop farmers in the northwest zone. The Fulanis are the cattle rearers. They have engaged in a very big fight in the last couple of years. In Zamfara, in Sokoto, in Kebbi, the Hausas who are crop farmers, they are asserting their rights against the Fulanis who are rearing cattle. That's a practical thing that I can tell you. But Mambe, can we name 5 Hausa pests who are not table 30? They are all under the table. That's just the truth. They're under the table.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá, àdúpẹ́ gan ni. Tó màmá nínú ọlá ẹ gbóhùn sókè mà. Màmá Péjẹ̀tì mo máa pè yín o, wọ́n ti wà on hold tipẹ́ o. Okay. Màmá
Àwọn kì í sà ẹ kú iṣẹ́ náà, Ọlọ́run á ràn yín ṣe. Ìbéèrè mi ni pé àwọn politicians Nàìjíríà wọn ń fẹ́ kéèyàn sọ pé ìṣèjọba Nàìjíríà kù díẹ̀ káàtó nítorí pé níbẹ̀ làwọn ti ń jẹ. Àmọ́ nísìnyí tẹ ní Western Union movement yìí, ìhàwó lẹ́rò bí wọ́n kọ sí ìyẹn di ní. Ìbéèrè mi kejì òun ni pé àwọn ọba tó ń multiply lójoojúmọ́ due to business. Ǹjẹ́ ń tá a lè ṣe sí wà nítorí pé kò ń ṣe àwòkọ́ṣe rere fún àwọn generation tó ń bọ̀. Ìbéèrè mi kẹta ni wípé epo tí wọ́n ti tà fọ́dún 5, kí ni nǹkan gan-an tí a lè ṣe, ọ̀nà àbáyọ wo ló wà ńbẹ̀? Ẹ ṣeun sà.
ẹ ṣé o.
Too many questions. We are just less than 2 weeks old in the movement officially. I decided to be Secretary General. I don't want to be leader. In fact, Secretary General is interim. I'm 71, thereabout. We want younger people to come out, not old people like us. My principle is that people between 40 and 60, they could lead the movement now. Anybody between 60 and 70, thereabout, should be getting set to step aside. Then I want 80 years in here, we should make them grand patrons of the movement. That's my general personal belief. So it's too early to call. Fire salvo, but we're going to fire several moral salvos. We're going to write letter to all of them and publicize it to create awareness. We're going to have offices, we're going to have a flag hosted, is legal, proposed Western region of Nigerian movement. We use what proposed. We'll do many things, and we want to. I also don't want to raise money. If I know it's been abused in the last 4 years, they can go and then I'd rather that people give us things in kind. If you have office now in Ibadan, we appreciate it. Just furnish it and let's occupy it. That's all. Paper. The letter we wrote to the governor now, 6 pages. So after 3-4 weeks, we want someone to help us pay Tribune or pay Punch to put full page in the paper. That kind of thing I have in mind. We won't raise money to give me cash to myself because I can't say I will not abuse it. So I know I won't, but I know people have been twice beaten, twice shy about raising money publicly. We'll be creative and do something reasonable. We are an advocacy. The other thing that we need to do, I don't need to say it online. I don't need to say it online at all. There are ways of exerting pressure, maximum pressure on people that are not doing what people want. You may not know, sir and ma. In our own body team will belong, see, I raised a memo to honor Lateef Jakonde when he was 90 years. It was defeated before he died. It was defeated because, and there's a body called Voice of Reason Yoruba Land. We're about 90, all of us were above 60 years of age. Voice of Reason. I raised a memo, let's congratulate this man, let's go and visit his house at 90. I got only 3 votes. Because he was told to withdraw about a government, he did not withdraw. All that he did in Lagos, look, Nika Odumakin was better than Jakonde.
So rest in peace. Yeah, we lost him.
Nika Odumakin was carried to Osun State Secretariat before he came back to Ife and the Petwood wherever. Secondly, was buried quietly. And it was Babaki Kere was next in left Awolowo. And I must tell you too, my brother, Baotokwe, for life. In that day, he has a son has set on his career. So, talk about from what she Tababa was people will start opening black book of the misconduct. And it will be open to everybody to see. You didn't support what Yorubas want now.
Yeah.
You didn't support it. So I hope it won't get to that extent. But there are things to be done to make people realize that pointedly you're acting against the interest of your people.
No, I shall.
What see to for history.
Mo recognize Dr. Aremu. Ẹ ṣé kan tẹ́ darapọ̀ mọ́ ẹbẹ wa show ti náà sà. Mo dẹ̀ wá rí ọwọ́ màmá wa Ọmọlọ́lá Awé Adéọ̀ṣun. Màmá wa Awé Adéọ̀ṣun ẹ bá wa gbóhùn sókè mo lọ́wọ́ yín lókè.
Ẹ káalẹ́ mà o.
Ẹ káalẹ́ káàbọ̀ sáà
mà. Ẹ káalẹ́ mọ́mí, ẹ káalẹ́ dáàdì.
Yes, my káàbọ̀ ma.
Ẹ káalẹ́ o. Ẹ káalẹ́ everybody. Orúkọ tèmi ni Lola Aduni Awe. I'm a host on a talk with Aduni on all social media. And program is center lórí it cut across all homes and what is going on in Nigeria, most especially youth empowerment, growth and emancipation. Be as a evolve àwọn youth wa because àwọn ní ọjọ́ ọ̀la wa. Ironically, I'm still a youth, you know, mi ò tíì pé 50, but I'm approaching my 50 very soon. And Dr. and I have been in all this, lot of the platform. So we agitate on creating the Yoruba platform, Afenifere, and I've seen all his agitation on be actually that Mama Mixi Yoruba English Josa Niti and Moderi contribution Lori for all this to become a success. So I am fully part of this mission. I'll call it a mission, but it's something of a great concern. Tabawo Watawa Lori platform ju over 100 law. Tabade wo awati attend the Zoom meeting to 10. So sometimes ó yẹ ká jókòó ká ro ara wa rò pé ṣé nǹkan tá fẹ́ ṣe yìí ṣó wà visible káwa honest as a youth. Èmi máa ń gbéra mi léèkánná ni mo dẹ̀ máa ń sọ òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ because I've run a lot of youth platform and then at least you have access to check my platform on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram. Ẹ̀rí mi ń bẹ̀. Doctor I will bring him on the platform to discuss this movement. You understand? So, question tí mo fẹ́ kọ́kọ́ bí doctor ni wípé irú movement bí eléyìí I need àwọn ọ̀dọ́. Now, when we say ọ̀dọ́ tí wọ́n mọ ohun tó ń fẹ́, tí wọ́n mọ ohun tí wọ́n ń ṣe, because ẹ má lè parọ́ fúnra wa. Wọ́n ní ẹ má bínú wọn pa òwe níbi tí àwọn àgbà wà. Wọ́n ní àgbà ò lè wà lọ́jà orí àwọn ọmọ tuntun kówó. I'm standing to be corrected, sirs and ma'ams. Kò sí bá ṣe lè jẹ́ àgbà tó tí a bá ní the mindset of the youth, this new generation youth. A lè má move further because at the point, ó kàn máa dàbí pé à ń fi a square peg in a round circle. So I need àwọn ọ̀dọ́, not just the crowd of the youth, but the youth with understanding of this movement of standing alone. That we need to give a clarion call that Yoruba ti tó láti dúró lọ́wọ́ ara wọn. I'm in the north and I know what is going on in the north. And ironically, I don't watch news. I don't even watch it, so that it won't affect my mental. It's just like the Yorubas are a bit down backward, because nǹkan tí mo notice ni pé ìwé tá a mọ̀, àwọn onímọ̀ dẹ̀ sọ fún doctor lánàá pé ìwé tá a mọ̀ òun ló ń pa wá. Tí a bá ti rí àwọn ọ̀mọ̀wé jù, things would tend not to go forward. But tí a bá ṣe bí ẹni pé a mọ̀wé, gẹ́gẹ́ bí òyìnbó ṣe sọ, ó ní it says we learn to relearn, to unlearn and to relearn. Bí ó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn. We learn to unlearn and to relearn. So nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ bi doctor ni pé báwo la ṣe fẹ́ ṣe kí a lè mú àwọn ọ̀dọ́ náà, ọ̀dọ́ tó mọ ohun tó ń ṣe. We have a lot of them. I remember one of the steering committee we have a particular Yoruba guy there. I think he contested for presidency, the carpenter. I want only the focus for Yoruba nation. So, how to involve the youth in this kind of a mission. Not the youth that are after iPhone, not the youth that are after material things. Youth that are focus-oriented, youth that know what they want. We have somebody like the Africa is from Eleya. We have lots of them running a platform that we can bring. We have all of them, most of them even in diaspora, that we can bring on this drive. And then, because at a time, we need them to start contesting, saying they want to hold the political seats. Because if we don't do that, it will still be these old people still there. I look randomly on the profile, Lori Watson Mudeni, Tani young person, Tani ninu which I doubt. I still don't see if you have anybody 40 or below 40 that are oriented. That's number one. Then number two, also, Tabak Peru meeting BLA. We should encourage ourselves. If at least abakereju oyeka 250, because to buy mission ti gbogbo wa ni and the mindset to make this thing a success, then we need to hold the boots by its own and know what we are doing. Kì í ṣe pé kí àwa bí mẹ́wàá ká attend the meeting. It will still take us back to the grassroots. And then we have, when it comes to giving your qualification, we are seeing doctors, we are seeing PhD. That's not what we are after on the platform. I still said it to doctor. We are after delivery. And I am ready to bring him on my platform. I'm ready to bring as many that wants this movement to make it a success. I'm ready to bring them on the platform. And also, we started counting lot of things. Mowabi doctor, is it coming from your own pocket? So many things he has done from his own pocket. As a financial analyst, we have to be realistic, because like what he said, I took some guys, or some set of guys that is running my site. I took them. Let's start with running a website. Let the whole nation knows that we have a website. Let's start with opening a Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And once you Meta to popular, and then let's start uploading videos. By the time the youth are seeing the movement of the elders, and with some realtors and influencers that are youth, they will want to be part of this progressive union. I am very, very sure of that. So I told Doctor, I said, you cannot, it will come to a point we will seek donation. It will come to a point, because the Bible says, can we embark on a journey without counting the cost? So I told him that it will come to a point we will need assistance of everybody, so that this movement can be well established, well fulfilled, and well utilized. And at the same time, with our prayers, kneeling in our war room, praying for liberation, because this is an eye-opener. I was discussing with some people in UK this morning, and I was telling them that we are running a movement about Western. I showed them the video I did. We've not finished the video. I showed it. Daddy was like, I know, Oshe Yoruba Nation. Yoruba Nation. Because I was looking at it when we are talking about Western region nation. Okay, Western region nation is fine, but we've been clamoring for Yoruba nation. When will it not be a Yoruba nation? If we come under these guys of Western, we're just bringing the sixth geographical, which is the Yoruba side, we are bringing it out. But it should stand as a nation. That's for me. About if you want what we know what we want, we go for what we want. It's not going to be easy for us, but hello, ma'am. I know it's not going to be easy for us, but Taba involve our youth study. The youth that are with the right sense, with the right mind, will achieve our goal and will reach a success. I'm done, ma.
So, okay, sir. Baba, Dr. Fakon,
No, it's a general comment, nothing to
all
say.
right, sir. Okay.
We're willing to encourage as many people as possible. It's a well noted point. We have to do something. I thought we'd be up to 100 here. You know, I spent time to prepare my talk, so now they're talking to only 20 people, 30 people. We need to get more members. Well, I can't blame you, know, Nigerians, all of us are trying to survive. Not easy now. Now, most of them are staying bus quarters, no light, no shoe. Now young people survive in Nigeria at all. I don't know how. I just don't know. You have to buy your water, buy your light, transport, petrol, you know. Life is bootish compared with the 60, 70, but you close at 4 o'clock, you go and play tennis after work. You can't do that now. So I don't know, but we keep trying. We cannot be discouraged by little things. We keep trying. Few of us, no, keep making the point and keep making the point. Sacrifice. But the way taking, we need more people.
Yeah. Okay. As it more compared chipping, once on you know, maybe Facebook, this and that. For this group, we have a website whereby we even allow for people to advertise and whatever. I want to know YouTube, whatever, Facebook. So I mean for this, but the problem may be okay. Balance, and we not know that you need data to join this group or to watch something, or to even go to the website to see what is happening. So these youths that could be going there are not nothing the Yahoo or Super Yahoo or whatever nowadays. So what can you do to abate that? You know, see when to stop them. Come on, anti Munko, you want to eat? Kò sí nǹkan tó jẹ́ òótọ́ tán lè fẹ́ gbà pé bẹ́ẹ̀ láàdẹ ní ẹjọ́ kò wá ní ẹni tí fi ń pa kò care what. Tápé oúnjẹ tẹ̀ náà fi rí owó tán fi ń mu ìmukímu yẹn ṣe ní ìbádà. But when they, you know, use this thing, it turns their heads, you know, a wire. It gives me concern. We don't have people that are youths, so we are communicated. But I know they come over here. You know, let me name.
Omeya.
Omeya then is in YouTube at law.
Omeya.
Yeah.
Omeya, we have Omeya. We bring them over here. Engineer Wato and Bill Hamid.
Ologundoluwa.
Ologundoluwa is a youth. So I started the leader one in Nigeria to be abroad. So we are, you know, embracing people.
Have some youth, yeah.
Come around. After a while, you know, because we don't have people between 40 and 50 or whatever, so you can't listen to me. But we hope we can get them by opening up, by saying things like this. After Bangolek or Kona, maybe they will be up there. Then our time one be Asamania to jail or losing and it's too tough for some people. Because like when you are here, you know, let me say America, people don't look at they look at it, what are you doing? You're wasting your time. We waste of time. But we are thinking of the future of our people. They figure that way they are comfortable, but if they are comfortable, how about your neighbor is not comfortable? See, we should be, you know, thinking right that okay, by the time I'm no more, what will happen to those who are coming after me? Tí gbogbo bá ní good mind báyẹn ni, it would have been a different story. You see, but I pray and I pray to God pé kó àlá àwọn èèyàn wa kí èdè yé wọn, kí gbogbo wàhálà tá à ń ṣe kó má jà sí asán. Irú bó ṣe jẹ́ pé ẹ sọ, you don't want financial, physical cash or this or that. Àwọn tó bá ní nǹkan in kind, ó dà bẹ́ẹ̀ torí temptation ṣe mọ̀. Irú àwọn tó wà ń bẹ̀ ara tá à ń sọ ní àwọn tó wà ń bẹ̀ torí ìjẹkújẹ tó ń rí jẹ, you don't want to leave. But they think of tomorrow. If I lose this now, what do I eat tomorrow? Nígbà tó hàn níṣẹ́ wọn gan lápá. Torí wọ́n bá pé ní owó tó fi ń gba mọ́tò, tó fi ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀yẹn. Ó yẹ káwọn náà lè sábì pé let me create job for people. Torí àwọn tó bá ń ṣiṣẹ́ bí irú iléeṣẹ́ yẹn, wọn ò ní ṣépè fún wọn náà. But they don't have that mind. You see, the government can't do everything when we look at it. But what about private people? But tẹ́ bá tún wo náà bá tún dá alẹ́ náà, àwọn kan náà máa tún fẹ́ lọ rún ibẹ̀. Nígbà tẹ́ bá ní kẹ́ wá jẹun, tán tún máa fẹ́ yọ owó ẹni tó ní kí wọ́n wá jẹ kúrò láwò. We are very, very much of dubious characters. We only have people that are really genuine in things. But I pray to God kó fún wa ní àǹfààní tá a lè ṣe. So màmá wa, a ní website. Maybe next time we, let you see it too. People should go to our website and see things that are going on there. Ọlọ́run wá sí. Ẹ ṣé gan. I think that's it for me.
Okay. Ẹ ṣé gan ni lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀. Mo rí màmá Paget ṣe fẹ́ fún wa ní.
Mo kàn fẹ́ sọ pé a ní àwọn youth. In fact, Ombeyo ó wà nílé, ó dẹ̀ ní àwọn youth lẹ́yìn gan tó jẹ́ pé ó tẹ̀ tí ń ṣẹ̀rù bà government.
Yes.
Pé wọ́n ti lọ gbogbo kíní Facebook gbogbo àwọn Instagram wọ́n ti report but he's still meeting with the youth. Ó ní wọn káàkiri ní gbogbo àwọn ìlú. So we have youth, they are working. If you can link them up together. And then Baba wa Ológun Lolúwa is charge of the youth as well. Àti engineer wa now youth tó wà active tó dẹ̀ pọ̀. Like you said, wọ́n bá dúró pọ̀ mọ́ wa but kò sí náà, kò sí data, kò sí gbogbo ẹ̀ náà ni.
Yeah.
And that is why we have to live. Torí wọ́n sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ kọ lẹ́tà sí àwọn governor. And it is their habit not to respond. Torí Baba Banji kọ lẹ́tà sí Buhari ò respond, which is bad manners. He's also listened to Tinubu. I don't think he's got a response as well. But wọ́n fún Tinubu ní deadline. I don't know what's going to happen after that because the deadline has passed. Wọ́n dàbí pé end of June wọ́n fún Tinubu dà. So we keep our fingers crossed, and then with the number of people, God does not need a multitude to do whatever He wants to do. So we are not doing it for individual. We are doing it for our nationality. Ile Yoruba. We are doing it for the future. We are okay. We are comfortable. But bí ìlú ṣe dáa tá a ṣe ń jẹ oúnjẹ mẹ́ta lójúmọ́, adẹ̀ nínú adẹ̀ lómi. Transport is no problem. So we are fighting for the Yoruba
coming generation.
Generation làwọn ń jà fún.
Yeah.
Ìyẹn ló ṣe ká wá lára. So we don't have to look whether it's God does not need multitude to do whatever He wants to do. And our focus is we want to get out, and we will get out in Jesus' name. Ọlọ́run tó lànà fáwọn ọmọ Israẹli àgìjà lànà fáwa náà bó ṣe máa ṣe àwọn ọmọ rẹ̀ tó máa lànà fún wa tó rà máa jáde.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ní àfikún normally kì í jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn join wa lórí Zoom YouTube la máa fẹ́ káwọn èèyàn ti join, so a kì í pọ̀ lórí Zoom. We have also YouTube channel tó jẹ́ pé àwọn ti máa ń join wa live, so bó ṣe rí nìyẹn kí wọ́n lè ṣe sọ àbáwọn YouTube ṣiṣẹ́ lórí wọn la ṣe ń ṣe ẹ̀kọ́ tá à ń ṣe yìí àtẹ̀gùn nígbàgbọ́ wípé iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe yìí náà Ọlọ́run á fi ràn wá lọ́wọ́ á ṣàṣeyọrí fún wa. Bí wọ́n ṣe máa ń sọ pé wọ́n ti kọ́ lé yín bó bá jẹ́ méjì kó ṣáà ti já ẹran jẹ, òwe bàbá mẹ́tò nìyẹn.
So ẹ ṣé gan ni o, thanks for coming and God bless you.
Dr. Fakonda, more blessing.
Àṣeyọrí lẹ máa ṣe, Olúwa gbọ́wọ́ yín sókè o.
Àmọ́ máa wá lọ́lá náà, so mo rò pé it's been great. So Let's all put our hands together and then we'll be doing things. All hands will be on the deck. Distraction take your time wa pé mi ò ṣe mọ́ Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ ká ní ẹ̀mí ìrẹ̀wẹ̀sì.
Àmín.
A ṣàṣeyọrí lágbára Èdùmàrè because ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ kò dàbí ẹni tó ṣe dópin o. Ẹ jẹ́ ká hang in there. We can get there no matter how long. Ká ní ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ àdọ́yọ̀ abẹ́ ló máa pọ̀ ni. So Ọlọ́run á fún wa ṣe. Ẹ ṣé.
Ẹ bá wa share YouTube wa náà àti àwọn youth náà kó máa darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ní every Tuesday. Àdẹ̀ṣe program náà ní ojoojúmọ́ náà. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Ẹ dákun another call out.
Dr. Kọfẹ́ bá yín náà rántí ìsọ̀rọ̀. Dr. Kọfẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yìí.
Dr. Aremu. Dr. Aremu.
Yes, ma.
Ẹ má bínú ẹ fẹ́ bá wa dá sí ni kó tó di pé àwọn àlejò wa lọ.
À ń gbọ́ yín Sam.
All right, ẹ ṣé gan fún àǹfààní jẹ́. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mi nílé mo ṣojú mi lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Mo wà ní public transport nígbà yẹn.
Yeah, you said so.
I'm in my car right now, but hands-free ni mo ń lò. So mo lè sọ̀rọ̀. Mi mọ̀ bóyá bàbá wa rántí bí èmi pẹ̀lú Pastor Aribilola àti Dr. Adéfúnjọ àṣìpàdé pẹ̀lú ìgbà tí proposal yẹn ṣe jáde. Àbọ̀ lẹ́yìn yẹn Dr. Adéfúnjọ tó ti ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀. Èmi ò láǹfààní láti bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ láti bá yín. Ohun tí mo kàn fẹ́ sọ ni pé àwọn màmá wa kan ìfòkù orúkọ ológun lólúwa a couple times a while ago. Ológun lólúwa is signatory to a publication recently that criticized
Network
journalism effort.
God.
Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi?
À ń gbọ́ yín ó kàn break ni. It's breaking.
One of the signatories journalism effort. So ibi tí mo lọ ni pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tí a jọ wà nínú ìjàngbara láti gba orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá ní ò nígbàgbọ́ pé regionalism is another option. Àwa kan believe nínú tẹ́yìn bàbá wa máa ń sọ pé tá a bá rí àdán a máa fi òdìdẹ̀ ṣẹbọ tó tó ṣe bí òwe o. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní àyàngbẹ ajá máa dùn.
Kí la fẹ́ fi yẹn kó tó gbẹ?
Kó tó gbẹ. So kì í ṣe gbogbo wa understand the benefit in regionalism, which makes the journey to total independence easier. So ìbéèrè tí mo ní fáwọn bàbá wa ni pé ìjẹ́ àǹfààní wà fún àsọyépọ̀ láàrin àwọn tí wọ́n nígbàgbọ́ pé òmìnira Yorùbá nìkan làwọn ń fẹ́ àti àwọn tó nígbàgbọ́ pé regionalism can be a bridge to achieving that. Àti àwọn tó jẹ́ olóṣèlú parapọ̀. Tí àwọn dáwà yòókù ṣe ń ro wọ̀ wọ́n lójú. Ìjẹ́ àsọyé wá sí ní àsọyé so that àwọn tó wà fún òmìnira Yorùbá àti àwọn tí ó nígbàgbọ́ pé regionalism is a step to total freedom so that wọn ò ní máa tako ara wọn. Àwọn tó ń jà fún regionalism wọ́n á máa bá iṣẹ́ wọn lọ láì bú àwọn tó ń jà fún total freedom. Àwọn tó ń jà fún total freedom wọn ò ní bú àwọn tó ń jà fún regionalism so that a ní máa tú ìfún ayìnrìn wa síta a ní jẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn mọ̀ pé èdè àìyedè wà tàbí kò sí unity jẹ́ àǹfààní wà kí ọwọ́ kanwọ́ pẹ̀lú àwọn olùdarí effort méjèèjì kí wọ́n sinmi láti máa tako ara wọn because àwọn méjèèjì ló nífẹ̀ẹ́ Yorùbá àwọn méjèèjì ló ń wá ìlọsíwájú Yorùbá àwọn méjèèjì ló dẹ̀ ń wá ìdàgbàsókè ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ọ̀nà tí wọ́n ń gbà ló yàtọ̀ jẹ́ àsọyé wà láàrin àwọn méjì jẹ́ ìpàdé wà
I can answer the question. I can answer the question. I can answer the question. Very simple. Ibi tí ẹ bá ń lọ, èèyàn ní steps to take. If I'm living in Abuja now, I'm coming to UK. I must get a passport. I must get a visa. I must buy my ticket. And then anybody knows that I want to travel to UK. But I keep saying, mo fẹ́ lọ sí UK o, mo fẹ́ lọ sí UK o. Ǹjẹ́ o ní passport? Ǹjẹ́ o ní visa? Ǹjẹ́ o ní ticket? Let us have, even if it's in confidence, somebody like me need to be privy to the steps that will take us to Yoruba nation. I need to be privy to it. I know not everything can be disclosed publicly. But if somebody like me in this game doesn't know, okay, what are we doing the next 3 months? What are we doing the next 6 months? When is it going to be? Is it October next year? Is it 5 years done? How come I say I feel Yoruba nation? Okay, I want to go to UK. I want to go to UK. Okay, I want to go to UK now. So what? But if I say I want to stay in Nigeria, I want to go to UI. I'm in Abuja. Then, mo ti gba form admission, mo ti ṣe exam, mo ti ra bus ma wọ̀ láti bí lọ sí Ìbàdàn. That's a more demonstrable way to convince anybody now. So, but I will not going to challenge anybody to go by Yoruba nation. But have you given me particulars what you would do? In the one that I'm doing now, I've articulated 2 documents on what I would do. And it's public. I can share it with Auntie Abike just now. What we want to do, we've articulated it. I want to challenge the governors. We are going to write a constitution of Western region. So let the other people say what they want to do now. They cannot just tell them for 4 years, pay Yoruba nation dollar. What does that mean? Let's all accept the truth, honestly. Let's be practical. I'll follow you now if you tell me, as I keep saying, one of them, the bottom line, Yoruba nation, Emma occupy Yoruba land. You are coming to Ibadan. Tell me when you are coming. I will leave Abuja and come and meet you there. What I do more than that? Tell me when you are coming to Ibadan. I'm ready to come. So, I know this body is respected. I know they have raised money so much in the last 4 years and they have spent the money. So what have we bought with the money? What have we bought in the last 4 years? $40,000, $50,000. What have we bought? Let's ask that question very seriously. I'm open. I like to be told the steps that will take us to Yoruba nation in 3 years. I like to be told.
Yeah, Eshegota, more understand the position, but ìbéèrè mi ni pé, is there any point a memorandum of understanding start attacking each other publicly.
Dr. Aremu, tell about any agenda to say, I don't need to abuse anybody. I don't need to, if you keep your plan to yourself, Yoruba Nation, I'm not going to start accusing you. I'll just keep my mouth shut. I do my own. I want Yoruba Nation, don't abuse everybody else now.
Yes, I realize
I
that.
don't want to abuse anybody else. So they say we don't know what we are doing. We are not serious. We don't love Yoruba too much. Okay, but you that love Yoruba now, what have you done? In practical terms, in the last 4 years, what have you done? So I won't abuse anybody at all. I told you now, I spoke to Akintoye in the last 2 weeks. Akintoye and myself, we are both in Afenifere. I joined him to Yoruba World Congress. I was one of the 16 members that operated Yoruba World Congress. Overnight, he said he's forming Ilana. I said, Ilana for what? I mean, I can't follow him all about. They let Ilana form Yoruba's solidarity. Okay, what is the rationale? But in fairness, I still talked to him. I spoke to him last week. I respect him. I'm not going to badmouth him at all. But you should not be telling people we don't know what you have been doing.
Always invoke the professor's name. So if professor can be told to stop them from.
That's all. Am I worried? Am I stop one? Come on, shit alone now. Because it's a big deal now. Let him do his own. If he wins Yoruba Nation, we will enjoy it together now. I wish him well. If he abuses me, I don't care at all, honestly. But I'm here now. I'm sending my own money. I'm spending my own time. I'm not taking money from anybody. I'm paying my own rent myself. So there's no conflict. He can do what he likes, but I will not respond to him at all. I mean, to his boys who are just hanging around him. And he should be told there are people around him who misbehave. They call him bad. They made him to lose credibility. And it doesn't stop them. He's enjoying it to himself now. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Let me clearly say something, sir.
I'm supposed to stop by 5:30.
Yeah. Dr. Fakonda. I think we're handling this situation with maturity. Like you said, sharing tomato you go your way, I go my way. Let's meet at the same joint. It's the best bet. No criticism. If there's going to be any criticism at all, you should be a positive one. You liaison with Baba, who is our leader in self-determination. That doesn't mean that one should not. My own opinion, I can say yes. Mo realize pé tá bá rí yẹn náà ṣe àkọsápò léegun owó. It gives us way. Tá bá rí yẹn before anything else. It still gives us way to, as a stepping stone to coming up with what we want to come up with. With this determination, I can just let you know. We look at this politician will still be the one that are there when we have the regionalism, but with the backup of constitution that will make them not to be superior to anybody else. That'll be fine. And I believe that in your proposal, things like that will work. So I can dance to the tunes of all these people. And when we have that too, no matter region Tabawa. So may God help us. Don't let's split the thing. If anybody anybody that can enlighten us, that's why we are coming with people to give us idea. So we are not being saying this, stop anybody, that's what Lagwaja mo tẹ̀lé, Lagwaja mi ò tẹ̀lé. So more blessing. Actually, we should have stopped, but when the program is being enjoyed by people, we thank God. I might still need to call you for more things. ìbínú bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe dára lónìí pàjáwìrì náà more blessing to your more great to your elbow ẹ ṣé mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ìyá wa náà tán jẹ́ ní communication secretary màmá wa Ọmọlọ́lá Àdùnní àti àwọn Dr. Aremu náà maybe when there's anything tẹ́ bá ti ń fẹ́ sí wa létí a máa gbọ́ a fẹ́ learn we are learning everybody is learning we gotta learn from cradle to grave nobody's an island we should interact with each other we should be interdependent láti lè rí pé agbógun ara yọ ẹ ṣé gan ni màmá Àbíkẹ́ take it from.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá wa Dr. Fákúndà kódà agbádùn yín ni bí òyìnbó ṣe ń gbádùn sìgá Olúwa ràn yín lọ́wọ́ àdúrà wa gbà ìtẹ́gbé lọ́wọ́ yìí Olúwa jẹ́ ká láṣeyọrí níbẹ̀ táwa náà jọ ń ṣe pọ̀ gbogbo wa náà aláṣẹ lágbára Elédùmarè ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ó di dídán ni ó di dandan ká.
Sorry, connection here. But I'm back.
Ẹ ṣé sà a ti fẹ́ parí program
back now.
Ẹ ṣé gan a ti fẹ́ parí program báyìí bóyá question yín tẹ́ bá fi sórí chat fún wa pẹ̀lú nọ́mbà yín á pè yín sà.
No, mo ti ṣetán mo kàn fẹ́ kí àsọyé wà so that àwọn the other group wọn ò ní máa publicly criticize and insulting the effort for regionalism. Ohun tí mo kàn wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ pẹ̀lú bàbá Akintoye. Àwọn ọ̀dọ́ tó ń dẹ̀ ń kọ lẹ́tà yìí, they constantly invoke Professor Akintoye's name. So if you can be told to them, that would be great. Ẹ ṣé gan.
Thank you, sir. Ẹ ṣé gan. Tó ẹ ṣé gan ni a dúpẹ́. Tó láì dóònà pẹ́nu torí a ti pẹ́ púpọ̀ lórí ètò lálẹ́ torí pé agbádùn ẹ̀ gangan lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀. Ẹ ṣé gan ní ẹ̀kan sí pé ẹ dára pọ̀ mọ́ wa. Màmá Ọmọlọ́lá Awẹ́ Adéọ̀fin tẹ́ bá fi wẹ́bsáìtì yín àti dítẹ̀ yín sórí chat so that a lè bá yín ní gbólóhùn àti Dr. Aremu náà. Ẹ ṣé gan tí ẹ bá wa darapọ̀ sórí ètò wa ti àṣálẹ́ Ọlọ́run á ràn wá lọ́wọ́. Tó ẹnjìníà wa Lágbóyájú ẹ ṣé o lọ́wọ́ bọ́tìn kò ní rẹ̀ yín kò ní sú yín. Ìwọ náà tájọ ṣètò ti alẹ́ yìí ìyẹn tó kí wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí torí ọjọ́ ti lọ. Ẹ ṣé gan ni o àdúgbò wa gbà. So I
send documents to the chairman and Auntie Abike, the documents for that says what we want to do.
Ọmọ yìí ni Àbíkẹ́ sà.
Well, ọmọ ti dàgbàlagbà náà kí la fẹ́ ṣe sí báyìí. Ibi tí àgbàlagbà lọmọdé máa ti bá náà kọjá.
And they say respect, it's reciprocal.
Yes. I've sent documents to the 2 documents on the district to you for you to see what you are thinking.
Okay, thanks so much.
You can share it. It's not a secret document. What you are doing in Nigeria is legal. We are pushing advocacy. We don't need to be hiding anywhere. But we'll make some impact.
Yes, sir.
That for sure.
I don't know. Thank you so much. God bless you, sir. So, engineer wa.
Ó yá tálára bá ti ń gbọ́ kó sọ fàjẹrò tájẹrò bá ti ń gbọ́ kó tàtà pọ̀ ẹ̀sọ́ tí ọwọ́ àràǹgún àga pọ̀rọ̀ tó gbòde ti gbẹ̀rẹ̀gẹ̀jigẹ̀ lórí afẹ́fẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tó gbòde níbi tẹ́tí máa pàdé bá mẹ́tò Kọ́láwọlé Idris Sule tòun tàlájà Àbíkẹ́ Akín pẹ̀lú àti Balógun Òdúnifá Adébáyọ̀ pẹ̀lú Pastor Amos Ọlátújà àti Tajudeen Tìjání Àlàbí Ajámájẹ̀bi ní gbogbo ọjọ́ ìṣẹ́gun tí a mọ̀ sí Tuesday láago 4 ọ̀sán ní USA Eastern Time tó jẹ́ agogo 9 àṣálẹ́ ní UK Time àti agogo orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá tí a ọ̀rọ̀ tó gbòde tọmọdé tàgbà ló láǹfààní àti wètò yìí nítorí pé ó kún fọ́gbọ́n tó ń tòye tá a nílò lásìkò yìí gan ọ̀rọ̀ tó gbòde lórí ètò yìí bákan náà lẹ́ ò ti láǹfààní àti máa gbọ́ òkodoro ọ̀rọ̀ ohun tó ń lọ lágbàáyé ohun tó ń lọ nílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà àti ní orílẹ̀-èdè gbogbo láì fi ipò mọ́yọ̀ rárá fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé síwájú sí tàbí tẹ́ bá ní àwọn ìbéèrè àti àmọ̀ràn kankan ẹ lè pe atọ́kùn ètò sórí +1 203 685 2961 tàbí kẹ́kàn sí +44 793 972 6080 bákan náà ní ẹ lè pe +234 706 787 2785 ọ̀rọ̀ tó gbòde a ò ní wá mìtì nínú olóríire àmín. Ìkéde ń dé sí ti gbẹ̀yìn látọwọ́ ìgbìmọ̀ tó wà fún ìpolongo àpapọ̀ ẹ̀sìn ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tá a mọ̀ sí Yorùbá Nation Multi-Faith.
Ṣé wàá fún 牺牲，他牺牲，他牺牲。